Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Games Done Quick Hotfix. Today we have our community grab bag here. This is a grab bag of runs that have been submitted by you, the GDQ Hotfix audience. As a quick reminder for that, if you ever want to submit a run to the GDQ Hotfix, or if you're ever interested in what's coming up on the Hotfix, you can always check out the week's schedule and submit your runs over to be showcased at gdq.gg/hotfix. There, us showrunners have the ability to look at your runs and put them on. And sometimes you get picked for a show like this. All of the runs today have been submitted through that. So just one more quick reminder before we get into it. Summer Games Done Quick 2026 will be live in Minneapolis, Minnesota from July 5th through 11th. Visit gdq.gg to learn more or register for the event. Stay tuned for the schedule that's coming out May 1st. And with all that said, we have Izumi11 here. I hope I said that right. I'm going to hand it over to our runner and commentators here. Let everybody introduce themselves.
Hi, hello, I am Star1X9. I'm super excited to show you the first 4 chapters of Inazuma 11 Victory Road. This is a New Game Plus category, and there's a lot of story preambles, so I'm just going to do a countdown and we can jump right in it. So time is on New Game, so I'm going to do 3, 2, 1, go. All right, like I said, I am Star1X9. This is Inazuma 11 Victory Road. This is a fantastic soccer JRPG, and the warning I skipped up front is telling you that it takes a really long time until we get to any part where we play soccer. And I'm not kidding, it's going to take a long time until we play soccer. So until then, Bo, my lovely commentator, I have a question for you. What was your least favorite activity in PE when you were in school?
My least favorite activity
in
phys ed. Least favorite?
Yes.
I do not like the sequenced sprints. I think there's a name for them.
Oh, yeah,
but I don't like the name.
Like the wind sprints. Yeah.
Yes.
That's a rough one.
Not a fan of those. I would much rather play fun games with teams and friends than sprint for no reason.
Well, I have good news for you because I'm going to be building a team. I have a lot of friends. One of my friends is Tabby, who is also here on commentary. And I have the same question. Tabby, what was your least favorite thing in PE?
My least favorite thing in PE? I would have to say, I would have to go against it, was actually playing team sports, because...
So I'm hearing you're not a team player. Strong
when I was in school, I was always that kid that was actually picked last for things, so I did not like playing team sports because I did not like being picked last. Mm-hmm. But when I was picked first, it was great. When I was team captain, great. I loved playing team sports. But when I was picked last, it was a bummer. But yeah, I liked playing on the scooters though, because scooting around the gym was the best.
Yeah, people used to think I was a jock, and then now I'm a cat girl, so it's kind of like whatever. We are here at our first battle, and if you're wondering how we would battle in this soccer JRPG, it's rock, paper, scissors. So it's our first day of school, and the bodybuilding club is trying to recruit new members, and we are going to politely refuse so we can actually get to class. So hooray, that's our first battle down.
These battles are extremely funny a lot of the time because, again, we are not playing soccer yet. There's a lot to do before we get to soccer.
Chat, you have like an hour until soccer if you need to like grab a drink or something.
Give or take, yeah. There's a lot of not soccer, but it's got the pacing that you would expect from a sports anime. You got to get all the background. You got to make sure you got all your players ready and everything is all set up for the game.
Yeah,
that's correct.
We got to recruit our team. This is our first day in our new school. We currently don't like soccer, and we went to this school specifically because they don't have a soccer team. And spoilers, we're eventually going to make a soccer team, and we're at very least going to go to regionals in this run. So.
If that sounds familiar to you as a chatter who watches sports anime, you're in the right place.
Yeah. if you want some sports anime tropes, you're gonna have a whole lot. That was our classmate Kisoji. You can tell he's a main character because he doesn't look like a generic character. Go figure. And Kisoji just wants to be everyone's best friend. If you like Persona 4, Kisoji is just our Yosuke. And I say that because the whole Persona thing is actually like a really good analogy, but I don't want to spoil that. So if you play this game and get to Nationals and you go through Kisoji's story arc, that joke's for you. So we just went downtown. We bumped into one of our classmates, clearly, and we just fast traveled to the hospital. No reason why we're there. We just fast traveled to the hospital.
As you do.
Yeah, and now we're going to go and feel the breeze at the park. So that is what I'm doing currently. So we're getting a little bit of the backstory of our friend Joji Sakurazaki. So much so that we are now going to... Well, this is our second investigation. But I was busy yapping during our first investigation. So, Bo, if you just want to give like the highlights of how like the investigations work as far as like progressing the plot.
Yeah, absolutely. So, as you would with any extracurricular activity, especially in sports anime, we have a lot of information that we need to discover. Our character Unmei is kind of like made out to be a little bit of a mastermind character, so they want to gather all kinds of information about basically everything. And in this case, the way that you would progress the story is by running around and kind of collecting intelligence bookmarks, I believe. Well, they start as data. They turn into bookmarks.
They're keywords that we then bookmark. So you're there, basically.
But this is going to be a mainstay of basically the rest of the game. Anytime we have downtime like this, we are pretty much going to be running around and chatting people up to learn more words that are going to be important in some way.
More words that make a lot of sense out of context.
Yeah, totally.
But yeah, so Sakurazaki was that classmate that we fast traveled with. And he really just caught Unmei's eye. He has this perfect physique, right? Unmei used to play soccer. He had like a career-ending injury. And so he kind of wanted to move past it. But, he sees Sakurazaki, who has this like perfect gifted build. But he's like kind of the school delinquent. And he kind of wants to figure out like why this is happening and maybe convince him to, not give up on his dream of playing soccer. We're going to vicariously live through him. But if you want to know who Sakurazaki is, here's all you need to know. Legs, football, thugs, and rich. Got it?
The 4 words we need to know.
Yeah, it summarizes him perfectly.
Perfectly.
And here's the fun cutscene I have to skip. Hey, if you want to see some of the cutscenes, I did run this game, the any percent, for really, really lots of lore. And not only did I run the any percent, I also did the any percent plus select cutscenes because it was still an extra hour of me watching cutscenes, just picking my favorites. But
there really is just like, this is an anime with a video game attached to it.
Yeah,
in a lot of ways.
I joked that, when I was trying to figure out what my favorite anime was last year, it's just this game. Like, this game just has, I think it's like over 2 hours of animated cutscenes. That does not count, like, in-engine cutscenes. And I forget which anime company it is. I think it's IG.
Wow.
Get it? But, like, yes, it's got some fantastic cutscenes that I might have spoiled something for my commentators earlier because it's just a good moment. But again, something for you to discover on your own. We're trying to head back into town, but this cat lady really wants us to go get her cat, and we cannot get by her. So this is her cat. and we're gonna catch it the only way we know how to, rock, paper, scissors. So here's Josephine. We're gonna beckon and say, here, kitty, kitty, kitty. And it's a one-hit KO. So this is the other thing of us playing on New Game Plus, right? I'm obviously level 99. The only real time you see like me being overpowered is these like RPG battles, as the game calls them. Everywhere else, once we actually do play sports, they will automatically level up everyone to my same level. So you'll still see me playing against folks that are level 99. And there's some fun unintended consequences as a part of that. But we'll get there. This is my friend, the Umibozu. We're going to see a lot of the Umibozu. I hope you love the Umibozu. He's just friend-shaped.
Yeah.
But same thing, right? We are trying to figure out what the deal is with this. So it's a yokai. It's meant to be like a kraken, but I don't know. It kind of just looks like a sheet over something. I don't know. So the occult club at our school asked us to investigate the Umibozu. So we got photographic evidence, and he's super stoked. And now,
interestingly, like, taking pictures is not very precise in this game, but they added it, and it's like required for various story steps. And it is really like, you don't have to focus anything in frame. As long as it's on the screen, you're probably, and you're close, you're probably okay.
Yeah, there is, at one point, if I run this for a marathon again, I'm just going to have to like make an incentive be open my photo album, because it's going to be like 2 photos back to back to back to back.
Yeah, because it saves between playthroughs, right?
Yes.
So it would just be
I have like,
this one and the next one for 20,000 pages.
I have like something like 60, 70 photos. The any percent, you get a few more. Anyways, we're going to challenge the thugs, but first, this shopkeeper really wants us to try out some noodles. So we have to politely decline. So you know how we're going to do that.
Rock, paper, scissors.
We're not in the mood for noodles, okay? So just moving on. But yes, the company that made this level 5, they're known for their like cross-media franchises. Like the original Inazuma 11 series does also have an anime. They're also known for like the Professor Layton games, Yokai Watch. If you're a real one like me, you love Rogue Galaxy, and I'm trying to remember if they did Dark Cloud or not. But yeah, so they really do throw out a ton of RPG mechanics on top of this. So it's a really interesting mix. So this is the first time we are running into castle walls. There's 2 contexts for it, but there is a specific context for how we deal with them in an RPG battle. So Bo, do you want to talk quickly about that?
Totally, yeah. So castle walls in RPG battles specifically, you'll notice that in between the 2 parapets, the turrets there's a character portrait. The only way you can get through to do like full damage to any of these guys behind it is to attack with that character. So you saw like Unmei attack Moku 3 times and did not kill him, but Joji took out the other 2 guys in 1 hit. So generally what we're going to be aiming to do is to speed things up as quickly as possible. We're going to try to cycle through our other actions to get to the people to break those walls as quickly as we can.
Yeah. And I'm not necessarily going to like throw the actual battle, because I don't want to have the animation play out from like losing the rock, paper, scissors. But I am just basically trying to move as fast as possible. But I try to leave like full health for Sakurazaki's turn in that instance, just because he's going to get a 1-hit KO.
Yeah.
And this long cutscene I skipped is introducing the baseball club. So all you need to know is Unmei's fired up about soccer again. And this sets our course of destiny. We have thrown down the gauntlet and challenged the baseball team to a match of soccer. And the problem is now we need a soccer team in order to play them. So we now have our first 2 players, because Sakurazaki already joined us when we beat up those thugs, and our buddy Kisoji just joined. Hold on, I have a Discord message real quick. I just got a okay. Anyways, back to the run. That is legally distinct Discord called Enaccord. And there's a lot of really cute stickers in there. Again, play this game. It's a lot of fun.
It's really charming.
So we are now kind of scheming on how do we start like recruiting members. So in order to be a club, what is like one thing that a club needs? And that is a club room. So this is like our current investigation is we're going to find a club room. And then once we have the room that like we can stake out in, it's going to be a matter of then how do we spread the word? So we're going to go through these. I will just kind of keep yapping for a second because this investigation takes a second. The grand plan after this is, besides the baseball club, because the baseball club is the most popular sports club at the school, the next most popular is the dance club. And what a better way to, get the word out about, us wanting to recruit members to the soccer club than to get the dance club to promote us. And so if one dramatic duel proclaimed in front of a large audience wasn't enough, Unmei will immediately do it again by challenging the captain of the dance team to a dance-off. So if you came to this game thinking, I'm going to watch some soccer, we'll get there eventually. Like I said, it takes about an hour. But we will have a dance battle, so please look forward to that.
Yay, dance battles!
The dance battle is like, that I think was the most unbelievable thing for me when I watched this the first time.
That is one of those things where I'm like, I'm glad anyone goes in blind and is like, wait, dance battle? Like when I said this game, I specifically call out, it's like, my description is, we're going to play rock, paper, scissors, eat ramen, break dance, and eventually play the sport of soccer.
And all of that checks out based on what I have seen in this video game.
Yes, it does check out.
All right, so that's basically the end of that investigation. Go figure, the old abandoned equipment shed is where we will be able to take over as our own club room. And it's at this point that Sakurazaki is annoyed that Kisoji's kind of being a tag-along. And Kisoji is kind of showing off, actually, he's good at soccer. And so we are having a pass battle. Bo, do you want to talk about pass battles?
Totally. So pass battles are something that happens every once in a while throughout this game. Basically, it's a 1v1 duel where the two people are kind of jostling for the ball, and it's our job to pass it to the place that gets called out by our teammate. Basically, you can see that Sakurazaki's health bar is up top there, and every time we successfully complete a pass to Kisoji, it goes down by a little bit. We are going to be doing this as many times as are needed, which I think is 5 or 6. There's not really a way to speed this up, so it really is just kind of cycling back and forth until it's over.
Folks at home, I really hope you like this minigame. I apologize. Before we can get to the soccer tournament, we have to have tryouts. And for some reason, Unmei decided that pass battles were the best way to do a tryout. So we'll have time to discover a lot of fun characters along the way.
Yeah.
But again, this is another instance where New Game Plus is helpful. We basically are not going to take hardly any damage in any of these like mini games that we play. But we're putting a team together. We beat up some thugs. I don't know. I feel like I'm missing like one more trope for like a sports anime. Like, I don't know. Like as we're like building a team, I feel like we're getting folks together. They know how to play the sport, so it's not like we have to teach them. But I feel like there's something we need to do to like come together. First of all, I have to return this ball. Don't worry, nobody else can see this. This is just between Unmei and the spirit of football. That's definitely a real person. I'm not joking. It is a real person. Play this game. Actually, no. We'll get to meet Haru during this run, so we're good. No, we need to have a training montage.
Oh,
So-
so true, actually.
Yeah, speaking of things you did in PE and probably did not enjoy, who enjoyed running stairs?
二人ともちょっと待って。
Oh,
I thankfully did not have to
no.
do this, but if I did, it would be very high on my list of least favorites.
Yeah,
Yeah, I didn't have to
I
do
had
that,
to, and I
but-
hated it. I hated it. Hated it.
yeah. So this is a fairly straightforward training minigame, but this game is full of minigames. If it wasn't already clear. And so specifically for this training minigame, all it is a race, but the main mechanic is stamina management. As you're going up and down the stairs, the time where you can like adjust your speed down is on the flats. You can always speed up, and then we basically just don't want to completely empty our stamina gauge because then you have to like sit there and catch your breath. But other than that, we're basically done.
きつくても我慢だよ。
Oh, barely.
Close.
The music just makes me like,
I changed the music.
it's
I hope you
motivating.
guys appreciate it.
it's so motivating.
Yes, I thought it felt more like a training montage by actually having
Yes.
like a lyrical song. And it's the season 2 theme, so we never get to hear the season 2 theme in this run. So now we get to hear the season 2 theme during the training montages.
Nice.
Our friend the Umibozu's back,
海坊主。
so we're gonna chase it down because we're wondering why the Umibozu is spying on us. And we're about to see that the Umibozu is a big deal. My favorite bit here, though, is the menu that pops up after we catch the Umibozu. If it takes me a long time, I apologize. This is like not scripted and may take a second for me to catch because it just runs away. But for all my Final Fantasy XIV fans, remember to set aside adequate time for this cutscene.
Yep. Many cutscenes will play in sequence.
Yep. It happens like a couple different times. It's silly every time. But yes, this is the
Now it's
big...
the big zoo.
It's the really big Umibozu, yes. Okay, so
秘密を暴きますよ。
we're just gonna
行くよ。
wait till Sakurasaki gets his turn up, and he's gonna do his thing.
マジかよ。関わりたくねえ。
Great job.
Thank you, that was a tough one.
まるでバトル
And there you go, that was the big boss fight in Chapter 1. So anyways, how are we feeling about the soccer? Are we
been pretty good so
enjoying
far.
it? Yeah?
Soccer is
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
We've been
Soccer's
passing.
great.
We've been passing a ball a lot. We kicked the ball to the spirit of soccer. You know, I feel like we're really checking the boxes. Before we move on, though, we do have to have today's proverb. So
今日の格言
just take a second.
ありますか？自分の境遇とガチで戦おうとしたことが。
Yeah,
以前
Question.
yeah,
I don't know. I don't know if I ever have.
Maybe once.
yeah. My gag I did with my com partner for Multithon was just that we both agreed that HRT was just a way of defying destiny. So I guess I have.
True. +1.
Yeah, take that. Gotcha. Take that. All right, and chapter 2 starts immediately with a battle against Momochi here, and I believe she's either the secretary or treasurer of the student council.
はありませんよ。
The student council seems to really be a threat in most of my runs. But it turns out she's the one piloting the Umibozu because the Umibozu is actually like a drone because the student council caught wind of us starting a soccer club
桃地先輩の
and they wanted to spy on us so they can
人
shut
の
us
体に
down.
興味
Sound familiar, anime watchers?
Sound familiar, folks that have watched my other speedrun. But yeah, so we, catch her. She's kind of embarrassed about the whole situation and being found out. So she agrees now to help us in secret. So now the Umibozu is going to be on our side. But we have another passing battle, and honestly, not a lot going on. So Tabby, what questions do you have?
I guess really my question is like, I know we'll get to more about the soccer later. I guess it's like, as we build the team more and more, is it like these little mini games of this, is this how we build the team, or is that like where we have like the tryouts? Is that more like where we build the team?
I mean, we're all having our story moments of, you know, having our teams. So, like, battling the thugs was how we recruited Sakurazaki. Kisoji is a real tag-along, so he was always going to join the team. We are going to dance to get one of them. The other one is a fan of the other one, so we get a 2-for-1 deal there. Spoilers, the another one is part of the baseball team. And then the vice president of the student council. So, you know, it's more of the mini games are a means to an end.
Yeah. Makes sense.
But we'll see a lot more because we will have like a whole training montage in chapter 3.
More training montage! Yay! Yay! We like training montage. Yay!
All right.
I'm excited.
So we are going to head back to our favorite park bench.
Yay, park bench.
Where we're going to have another long sequence of cutscenes that I'm going to skip. And this is basically just setting up actually our rival school, which I'm sorry we won't see during this run, but there will be some familiar faces. And now we are going straight into the tutorials. So Tabby, if you wanted to know how all of the soccer works, well, Bo can explain all of it because I need to pay attention to this. I have to actually complete these tutorials, and it's very easy for me to actually miss menu and repeat something. So I'm just going to lock in for a minute.
All right, so we are now in soccer tutorials for chapter 2. Basically, we are going to be learning how to play soccer in chapter 2. Now, we might play soccer later, but we have to learn how first. So all of these tutorials are going to give us some kind of knowledge about how to play the game when we eventually get to the game of soccer. So Star has already finished up with dribbling and dashing. They're pretty self-explanatory. You're always going to be dribbling if you have the ball, and dashing lets you use your stamina bar to go a little bit faster. Next up is going to be the power dash, which is, as you may have guessed, an upgraded version of the normal dash. It drains your stamina a little more quickly. You can knock defenders back to avoid focus battles, which is something that we're going to be seeing next. And also, you do have a chance to foul people if you dash into them like that. But our stats are generally pretty good, so I don't think we really have to worry about that in the run.
There's a percentage chance, and you will see it. So it'll pop up if you wanna see it.
Well, hopefully we don't get hit with any of those because I imagine that's slow. So now we are working through focus battles. So focus battles work differently for us on offense and on defense. On offense, you can see that we kind of get into a similar, like, it's a one-on-one situation. There's a defender in front of us, and you can kind of see they stick their arms out in a little bit in that way. Our goal in that case is to try to get around the arms, and as long as we can do that quickly, we're going to break away from that defender, and we can carry on with the rest of our pattern, however, whichever play we want to use to try and score. On defense, we are going to be the one with the big arms. And our goal is going to be to try to outmaneuver them to keep them within our range. Our arms are a little bit bigger, again, because we have ridiculous stats. But we basically just want to try to stop them from getting past us. You can, while you're in the offense, you can kind of use a dribble or a dash to get around it, as you saw Star do. On defense, you just want to get as close to the offensive player as you can. As if you get close enough to steal it, that's kind of ideal for what we're aiming to do.
As long as you touch them or run down the clock.
Yeah. We also are going to be looking at autofocus battles. Autofocus battles are, you pick a side that kind of lets you automate a dash to go around it. So you just choose, like, I'm going to go this way, and then it will do all of the rest of the movement for you. which is handy.
It's almost like buffering an input because there's a certain amount of time before you can take on the defender. So what if instead of, setting that up, you just hit a button and say, you know what, I'm just going to go right anyways, I don't care. And you just don't have to time your dash anymore.
Yeah. Which is handy for us because we don't want to mess too much with inputting things we don't need to. So the next thing up is scrambles. Whenever a pass or a clearance is contested, it's going to initiate a scramble. Basically what that gives us is that trio there. There's a percentage chance that things will be sent our way, and we want to pick the highest chance because then we get the ball and then we can continue playing offense. Now we're going to get into the really anime stuff. And I know we've been seeing lots of anime so far, but this is probably what you're expecting when you saw that it's a sports anime game for soccer. We're in the zone now. This is called zone shooting. When you are in range to take a shot on the goal, you can enter the zone. It's a special kind of focus battle that happens between your player and the goalie. You can directly shoot. You can use a shot move. It lets you pick. You can choose to shoot at specific spots. So, like in that case, Star just shot above the defender's head, but you can shoot for the corners or try to angle around a guy. It's very, very cool. When you're shooting against the goalie, in general, there's going to be some kind of health bar. Especially when we get into the later fights. I don't know if it'll show it here.
It's not in the mechanics tutorials, yeah, but you will see it.
Yeah. So eventually we will be whittling away like a boss HP bar, basically, with each shot that we take until we break that bar, and then we will just guaranteed get a point.
Yep.
The other thing which we just saw is while you're in the zone, you can also pass. And passing gives you extra attack power if they shoot, or the receiver shoots directly from that pass. Now we're going to be defending. This is just, it kind of just teaches you how to switch players to make sure that you're in the right area to try and block them. We are also going to be using something called a focus field, which is a defensive move that gets used before we get into the focus battle. So before we hit that one-on-one where somebody's got their arms out, we can use what is called a focus field. As long as the person with the ball is caught in the circle, their dribble gets stopped, the defender moves in front of them, and you get to battle them. So it's kind of like a ranged engage move, which lets us stop them as needed. I don't think I've ever seen the computer use that against us, but I imagine they can.
Oh, they do it all the time, and it is very annoying.
Oh, great.
Because you could be completely past them, and they could pop the circle, then teleport in front of you.
Oh, that's really rude.
Yeah.
All right, and this is the last one. So castle walls, you all remember from before when we were doing the RPG battles that you could put down a castle wall. And those castle walls would specifically, they required a specific person to attack with them in order to get them to go away. In the actual soccer mode, when you put down a castle wall, when you are defending and the opponent goes into the zone, you can put down up to 3 castle walls, which basically pull the defender closest to where you place it, where your cursor is, to kind of jump in the way and try to make a really big block. If you're fast enough, they'll create a wall, like you saw there, which boosts their blocking ability. If they can't quite get there, you're still moving your defenders quicker than you would otherwise be able to kind of get them in a better position. So we're going to be using castle walls a lot. The only other big important thing about them is once they make a castle wall, they can't move. So if the opponent ever tries to pass after you've made a wall, you're kind of up a creek with no paddles.
Yes. Yes.
But if a player making a wall ever touches the ball before a shot is taken, it's an automatic steal. So you can intercept passes and steal dribbles really, really easily with it as a general defensive mechanic.
You'll see me attempt to do this in the post-game exhibition match, which is it's a nice little workaround. Basically, there is no stat check. If you fail to shoot before a wall is set up in front of you, you just lose the ball. So you'll see it. We'll get there. You'll see it.
Yeah.
All right. So meeting more of our friends. This is Kamio. I I like Kamio. He's a good boy. Everyone bullies him, but he's a very good boy. And he's a big fan of the dance club, specifically Rika from the dance club. And remember how I was talking about, like, we wanted to have the dance club, like, promote us? So, like, why don't we, you know, two birds, one seed here. If Rika joins us, then Kamio will join us.
Sounds like a good plan to me.
Yeah. It's like fairly 1 to 2 to 3. I mean, first we challenged the baseball club to the duel. Now we just challenge the dance club. Step 3, soccer team.
Yeah. Step 3 question marks. Step 4 soccer team. Probably.
Step 5 eventually nationals.
Eventually nationals. That is the ultimate end goal of this, as it so often is.
Yeah. Yeah, because the student council's trying to stop us. And so the story set up, and I honestly will have a lot of time to talk, but you know, once we do set up a team, we just have a very basic objective, and that is to win the Football Frontier tournament. And just, they don't necessarily say beforehand that is the All Japan tournament. So to win that, you do have to win nationals. They still do Fire Tornado. I'm happy to report. And you might, if you know that character, you might see that character later. So we are investigating Rika. She is what they refer to as a ghost member. She is so good at dancing. She is unrivaled in Japan. And is just kind of bored, so she just never goes to practice. Also, she's a ninja. So, like, best dancer in Japan and ninja. That's actually all you need to know.
And that is a cool fact, because you can change the game to be in English, and the characters' names change.
Yes.
But Rika's doesn't.
Yes, because she is canonically Japanese and a ninja.
Pretty sweet touch. Good attention to detail, game designers.
Yeah, there's a lot of thoughts about the localization of the series. And as someone that has only come in with Victory Road, I'm sorry, but like Mamoru Endo being called Mark Evans is a little too 4Kids dub for me. And I say that as somebody who loves like the English dub of Yu-Gi-Oh! And like I love some cheesy like 4Kids dubs,
funny.
but it's a big stretch. It
feels a little heavy-handed.
Yeah, we are like borderline Brock calling onigiri a jelly donut.
A classic. A certified classic.
Yes, yes.
So anyways, Unmei's off screen having a training montage. I'm sorry you don't get to see his training montage. Don't worry, you get to see the fruits of his labor real soon. But he sent Sakurazaki and Kisoji to this udon shop and just said, talk to the shopkeeper. They're not sure why. And so we're here and we figure, why not eat some ramen? And what better way to do it than with a game of rock, paper, scissors? All right, so we're just going to add some condiments. And there you go. We defeated the noodle shop owner in this noodle battle.
Tough one.
Yeah, I know.
We get to eat some ramen.
It's one of those things, actually, in like a casual playthrough, you will do the eating mini games a lot because it actually gives you a bonus to your training. So that's why this is happening. We now have a plus 20% XP gain. And then, you know, we get the real news of the shopkeepers actually have a pickup game. And so they just invited us to join their pickup game. So here we are, almost 40 minutes in. We are going to play soccer. We're just not going to quite play like a full match. But like, if you're willing to count like a 5-a-side pickup game, like we're there. Like we're about to see some soccer.
It's still soccer. It's just like little soccer.
It's soccer, but a little bit quicker.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and try to knock out this first football battle real quick. If both of you just kind of want to talk quickly about how the actual matches play out and what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, for sure. So for these soccer battles specifically, they're smaller than general 11 by 11. Like Star was saying, it's always going to be 5-a-side for the little battles like this. You only play one half. There's no out of bounds. So there's and there are objectives specifically. In full matches and in pickup games like this, you do have to complete all of the objectives in order to clear whatever the fight is. Generally speaking, if there is any kind of timer, it's going to also help increase the, or it's going to help reduce the timer so that more things happen. You're going to be seeing that later on in this run.
Here's your anime, by the way, if you're waiting for it.
Just in case.
Yay, anime.
But yeah, so basically the jam here is going to be the faster we clear these objectives, the more time we're going to burn, and that is kind of the main time-saving strategy for the run overall. Now, I know what you're thinking. This is the first time we've been playing soccer. It's been 40 minutes. You gotta just trust me. It's a very, very good way to save time. Yep. Nice tackle.
And then, then we could just kind of dump the ball upfield as best we can. But yeah, in general, like kind of the flow. So this was originally a DS game or a DS series. So the pace of the movement is meant to kind of mimic the old RPG nature of the series. And so the way I always describe this is think of this as a JRPG, the soccer field is like our overworld map, and then when you bump into another player, that's like our random encounter. And at this point, we're just trying to milk the clock a little bit. And I'm going to try to not own goal again, because I swear I do that at least like once every other run. And considering I did it in my practice run, I hope that means it's out of my system. But we simply just have to win. The objective is win the match. It does not say win by 2 goals. It's just win the match. And the other fun thing is that in a recent update, they made every NPC that appears in the story mode a playable character and available in the gacha system. So this battle, which normally you would not see anyone using any super moves, now we have the fun of seeing people throw out supers left and right, because these are all now like main characters that can be leveled up, and the New Game Plus already leveled them to 99. So that's why we have all the fun supers, and I can't just have a cakewalk for this anymore. I ended up losing like 3 or 4 minutes to my overall runtime just because of that update, making the early matches much more of a pain.
Oh.
It's okay. It was worth it for some of the fun, wacky characters.
Oh yeah, the one comes to mind. Yeah. One very specific character.
Yeah, tune into a marathon, and then maybe donate to an incentive of mine, and I have some fun stuff I can show off. Mm-hmm. Not just my photo album. But yeah, we are heading back home. So we finished training. We're heading back home. This is Sakurazaki's rich neighborhood of Hillview Terrace, I believe. But remember the thugs that we beat up? Again, lots of cutscenes, please, adequate time. Anyways, our friends are back. And they brought an even bigger friend. But I'm just going to negotiate with them. It seems super effective.
Very much effective.
And
I also like that they just call that fight Gang of Thugs 2.
Yeah, well, we already fought Gang of Thugs one time, so this is the second time we fight Gang of Thugs 2. It makes sense. I mean, I gave you my notes. But yeah, so we had the gigantic boss fight against the Umibozu in Chapter 1, the colossal Umibozu. What makes sense for the Chapter 2 boss fight but a dance battle? So anyways, Unmei was having a training montage off screen, and now it's time to dance.
Yay, dance battle!
I'm excited because Tabby, you've never seen this.
Yeah,
Dance battle, dance battle, dance
I'm very specifically not saying what I normally say here.
Dance battle! I'm excited!
So I will let
Okay,
you.
so
They,
you go ahead.
I'll tee it up real quick. This is a popularity contest. At the end of the day, the audience is going to cheer for their favorite. Chat, I just want you to know, in this battle, when it's all said and done, I just want to know in chat, who do you think won? Anyways,
'cause I
Bo,
don't
you
think
can
it's right, though.
go ahead because I got to dance.
Yeah, so do y'all remember how we're gonna play soccer eventually? We're playing DDR first, as you would in a soccer game, obviously. But basically, we're gonna be doing a couple of rounds of this. Star is just doing their best to perfect all of these button inputs, and as you can see, all of that off-screen training has really paid off for our boy. I personally, in the game, they tell you that Reika is like the best dancer in Japan. And watching this, I don't get it. I don't see it. I'm sure that there's something
It's
here that I'm
fine.
not getting. It's okay, but like I'm watching Unmei handle that ball like it's his absolute job, and he's killing. Some freestyle dancing like this. However, as Star mentioned, it is a popularity contest at the end of the day. So even though this is extremely good, there is there's a pretty high chance.
Chat has to choose, right? Like,
Yeah, chat's got to choose. Chat, who you got? Put ones in chat if you've got Reika, and put twos in chat if you've got Unmei. I want to see him.
Yeah, is it too late for me to ask for a poll?
We might be done by the time the poll is over, so it might not even.
Yeah, I don't know what the
I do
shortest
like
time a poll could be.
Yeah. I do like the traditional Japanese elements mixed into the breakdancing. Like that is legitimately kind of cool.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I love this. I love this so much.
It's really good, right?
It's so good.
This is
All
a
right.
video game of all time.
All right. Okay, Ray has her back. So yeah, who you got? I'll give you a couple seconds here. Who you got?
Oh, Ray got a poll up for
Yeah.
us. You go.
Thank you.
Oh my god. One good. I've yet to like full combo perfect. And I am legitimately trying.
You'll get there.
But anyways, like I said, it's a popularity contest, and Raika's the most popular girl in school. So unfortunately, she wins.
Aw.
But she is so moved by us that not only is she willing to promote us on social media, she asks to join us. And so
just
now,
like that, we get 2 new members.
yeah. I mean, I have to skip a couple of cutscenes, but we'll get there.
Yeah.
Oh, chat has spoken.
Yeah.
Oh, Unmei took it 11-8. That's closer than I expected it to be. But chat, I'm glad that you agree.
Yeah, there's not enough Raika stands in the chat.
Not this time. Maybe next time.
So a little bit of the backstory on the specific dance and why you see Unmei dance that way. So it makes sense as a soccer player, like that is his like way of dancing. But very specifically, the reason why he dances, and you could see when he's like juggling and whatnot, he's doing mostly stalls. The thing that made him have to quit playing soccer is he has a heart condition, and so he can't like elevate his heart rate too high. It's a real thing. I've actually seen soccer players retire from it. I'm sure it happens in other sports. But yes, it's just when he was very young, they discovered this medical condition after he was already a soccer prodigy and he was forced to quit. So this whole story is kind of like a redemption arc, because while he can't be a player, he then becomes like the greatest like manager ever. So. And now we're just gonna go to a cafe. As you do. So chapter 3 is like a long investigation and training montage. And what's happening here is that after that scene we had there, The student council has gone from they're spying on us to they've like officially said you will now disband. But the vice president of the student council is such an honorable person. He said, well, I want to come up, I want to uncover the truth as to why specifically this club was disbanded. So we will figure out the truth first, and then I'll disband you. And so Unmei's like, yes, well, I want to get to the bottom of it, so let's have this investigation. And so this is like one long investigation. I have to do multiple parts. And we'll have a training montage in between it. But yes, that's basically this entire chapter, is finding out what caused essentially a fight that broke out in town involving the soccer team that resulted in the team being disbanded.
Mm-hmm.
If y'all want to just jive for a minute, I'm just chasing after info points here.
Yeah, totally. So, chat room, what has been your favorite soccer thing so far? Not necessarily the time we played soccer, because we've done a lot of soccer training. So what are you looking forward to the most in the upcoming matches that we're going to play? The fun moves, the general, RPG overworld map system for the actual game. Like what about this game tickles you?
More Umibozu.
There is more Umibozu, that's true. For me, I really, really like the super animations. I think that it gives the game so much soul.
And it's like a really good translation of, again, what they originally did for the DS series.
Mm-hmm.
So
let's see, I'm loving all the multicolored hair. Good answer.
Good answer.
You can tell that's a good call out actually, because it lets you can tell kind of before we acquire new team members who our new team members are going to be.
You're telling me they're not wearing the school uniform and they might have different colored hair?
I may be saying that, yeah. Interestingly.
All right, well, here's our first training minigame of our training montage. This is Tire Target. And this is one of them that I can actually speed up. So unfortunately, it just ends after 10 shots. So I'm just going to mash it out and shoot as fast as possible. But we'll make like a couple along the way.
Yeah. And we don't need to worry about doing super well on all these trainings, because Star has already done all of the grinding. Since this is a restory run, a new game plus run, all of our characters are as good as they can be, pretty much.
Yep. You can see I'm taking damage from like missing, and like you would fail out of this mode normally, but this is an easy training, and basically it's faster for me to miss them all than the risk of draining my health bar.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we checked out in school to follow up all the rumors. It happened a while ago, so like a lot of people in school don't know what specifically happened. People just know that a fight broke out. It was a big commotion. So we decided to go into town and ask the people in town. And long story short, this is kind of like a gigantic conspiracy of fight. For my Yakuza 0 fans out there, there's an empty plot of land, and the baseball team and the soccer team both want to put a training field there. And what if the baseball team set up the soccer team such that they would get in trouble and lose their claim on this land? I'm running out of ways to just make it overtly a Yakuza 0 reference, and no, nobody is killed here. But yeah, that's basically the story of what's happening here.
Yep.
I mean, you did just describe Yakuza 0, so...
Yeah.
I accept that this is a Yakuza game.
I mean, you've seen the mini games, the cats, the rock paper scissors. Like, this is basically a Yakuza game.
An all but name.
Yeah, but now we're on our next training mini game. This is the Umibozu Zigzag Dribble, I think. Yeah.
Yep.
And I always say they look like Pac-Man ghosts, and yeah. I think they look
do
like
look like
Pac-Man
Pac-Man
ghosts.
They do. They have the same colors for them too.
So while we're doing this one, this particular minigame can be a little tricky. As you can kind of see, the Umibozu really want to get in your way. We have certain dribble abilities that give us iframes, which I'm sure you saw Star using there to kind of get around everybody. But those guys, they can be really rude. They can pick you off.
If they get me, that's like another 20 seconds at least, because
It's a lot. Yeah.
they just keep gathering up around you. So it's not even like I lose my iframes for a second. No, it is just all of them, even the ones from the other checkpoints, just start chasing you. So it really snowballs on me if I mess that one up. So
Thankfully, even if the attempt doesn't go super duper well, it's still gonna be less than a minute.
yeah, I think my worst time is like 45 seconds.
That's not bad.
I was feeling that one. I was hoping for a PB there. And if folks are wondering, like the times on the minigames, these are my times. Like this is New Game Plus, so this is like where all my playtime has gone against. So like if I PB, it will say new record. Yeah, as you can see, this whole what to do with this plot of land really tore the town apart for some reason. Speaking of training stereotypes, have you ever had to drag a tire? I've never had to drag a tire before, but I see it all the time.
I have never.
This is definitely one of those like. This is a high school summer camp trope for sure.
Yeah.
You gotta build up that leg strength, so you gotta do it. Actually,
this is something like something my dad would be like. When my day, we just drag tires on the beach.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah, this is it may look like Star is mashing here, but there is actually a very specific rhythm that they have to press. If mashing, then we end up running into those Umibozu, which cause us to stop moving, and then we have to do a timed button press to start moving again.
Yeah.
So it's actually, it looks pretty straightforward, but it really is a case of Star makes it look easy, but it will get you if you're not paying attention.
I've been told it's like a really bad Mario Party minigame. But yeah, you can't just mash your way up. You have to kind of do this like slow build up to get your speed. So it's kind of like a rhythmic thing than like a mashing thing. All right, so we're back at school because we've learned that the secret as to what actually happened is indeed somewhere in school. So we're gonna go back, fast travel real quick because it's easy for me to teleport directly inside of the school building. And then talk to some of the staff members who might remember when the soccer team was still a thing. I really should have like routed out where my avatar is. That would have been a really, really good flex.
Oh, do you just hang out in the school? I didn't know that.
Yeah. So
That rules.
You have to create an avatar in this game. And it's for the other mode. It's for Chronicle, because there's 2 single-player modes. For the story mode, yeah, they just have your avatar as, like, a student in school.
Oh,
Awesome.
interesting.
So, yeah, during my any percent, the bit is I run by my avatar. I'm like, oh, this person looks familiar. But worry not, again, since we're going to do a little post-game exhibition, I have my avatar on my team, and I've upgraded them all the way to Fabled. Because Legendary wasn't good enough for me. And if people who actually take this game seriously are listening, yes, I wasted my Fabled seed on my avatar. No, I don't care.
That's a power move for sure.
It's like, that's basically saying, like, I had, like, a golden ticket and a gotcha, and I was like, no, I want to do it on the main character. Only it's, like, not the... Well, I guess your avatar is kind of the main character in the gotcha. Anyways, this is the most difficult minigame. This is Umibozu juggling. I'm just going to set down the controller, and we're going to be here for a minute. So, How's everyone doing? I'm just gonna grab a drink of water.
Good so far. I've been enjoying all the soccer we've been playing, as I'm sure most people have. Church, how are we looking on time, by the way?
We're looking at about 58 and a half minutes.
Okay. Star, do we maybe want to do the break before the next battle instead of the... Or is that one going to be short enough?
No, I think that's all right. So let's wrap up. Since you're looking at my notes, let's do it after the team photo.
Okay, word.
So it'll be like, I don't know, a couple minutes from now.
Couple minutes, yeah.
Sounds good.
Anyways, yeah.
Yeah, this is... there's no way to speed this up.
Yeah.
It's just a minute.
The whole point is in this mini game, you're supposed to keep people from slacking off. When they slack off, you drain your HP. Again, I have so much HP, it doesn't matter. But yes, we've kind of discovered the truth and found out that like the student council is covering things up. And so now we are going to work our way into the archives to figure out what that truth is. And here we are, our friend Shishindo, clearly not a main character because he's already wearing cleats that I've equipped to him from my previous playthroughs. But he's the vice president of the student council, and he wanted to figure out the truth. And so, again, we found out that this is basically a setup that the baseball team set up. Because they kind of found out that potentially the soccer team was going to get, again, our Yakuza 0 plot of land. And so we come back and we found out like the fight actually took place around here, and the owner of the cafe knew them. And then basically they said that, that the fight that took place, it wasn't like school kids. They made it sound like they were like fighting, like other... like another school or something, right? Like they were causing a scene. But it was actually, someone setting them up. And so it was the baseball team in cahoots with the vice principal.
Okay, I guess the vice principal.
He's a big baseball fan. He's a big baseball fan.
So that made it make sense to me, because before that I was going to say like 5 years ago, this is a long play for kids that aren't going to be at school anymore.
Right.
No, that club has just been disbanded this whole time as a result. So that is the thing. Because it was such a shame. He wanted everyone to instead play baseball. But worry not. Again, since we are going to go past baseball percent, which is my fun category name for chapter 3, we are actually going to get to the point where the student council president then joins us as an advisor. And spoilers, we're going to see a really nice soccer field on that plot of land instead.
Nice.
But
love that for us.
Until then, we have to catch the mobsters that the vice principal, paid to stage the whole fight. It's really weird because this happened 5 years ago, and our whole Scooby-Doo-esque plan is like we found out about who it was. We go to this warehouse. And then we wait until the middle of the night and text them and are just like, hey, this is vice principal's name here. You remember when I forgot to pay you for a job 5 years ago? Do you just want to get that money? You should come here. And then they're like, oh, yes, we'll take that money. I don't know. If somebody ghosted me for 5 years, I would not be answering their texts. But anyways, this is the tumblers. These are different thugs. Notice it does not say versus Thugs 3, because this is a distinctly different set of thugs. These are the tumblers. I like to say, this is kind of like our West Side Story, except for the other thugs didn't have a cool name like the tumblers.
That's true. Well, GG's the tumblers.
Yeah.
You could not defeat us at rock, paper, scissors today.
And then this is us, confronting the vice principal. He's going to vanish. It's daytime now. And then Shishindo's going to join us. He's our goalie.
Woohoo! Hooray!
And I joked about the sphere grid, but the talent tree in this game basically is a sphere grid.
Yeah.
So that's the introduction to the sphere grid. Don't worry, I got all the best things. We're good. So real quick before we call things and get ready for a break, I think we need a photo to commemorate this occasion. Right? We just got it. Idea. We got our team together. Right? This fountain's like a nice centerpiece here. And we're getting ready for our first match. So I think to commemorate the occasion, we're just going to take a quick photo. And Unmei, turn around. Unmei? Okay, sorry. Well, anyways, great photo. And I'm just going to go ahead and skip this cutscene. And if we want to go ahead and take a break, let's do it.
Yeah. All right, so during these longer runs, everybody will take a break every hour. So just everybody get up, stretch, get some water, anything y'all need to do. Just a quick reminder before we go to that break, you can always catch up on past GDQ Hotfix shows and marathons at youtube.com/gamesdonequick. And if you're over watching on YouTube right now, you can consider liking, subscribing, and becoming a channel member to support GDQ. So that said, we're going to take a quick break, back in just a few minutes here with the rest of the run. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Games Done Quick Hotfix. Today is a community grab bag. This is a collection of runs that have been submitted by you, the Hotfix viewers. And we're in the middle of a run here. I'll hand it right back over to you whenever you're ready, if you just want to give a quick 3, 2, 1 countdown.
Yes, we will jump right back. We'll go straight away. 3, 2, 1, let's go. All right. We just got our team together, we took a team photo, and now it's time for an exhibition match because, you know, we got to put our team through its paces. And what better way to, like, kind of come together and test our skill against the youth soccer team that plays on the beach. Again, this has got a little bit of, like, Footloose vibe because, like, soccer was like banned at the school, but like the town kind of turned against it. So it's like, I don't know, it's a little bit like, you know, banning dancing and Footloose. Anyways, this is Seagull FC. And the big thing here, this is the debut as us as a full team, and very specifically Shishindo as our goalie, who's never played soccer before. So he's going to have his moment in the sun to catch a shot. And again, for whatever reason, they decided to give everyone supers in a later update, so you might just randomly see these kids, like, for instance, do this.
Well.
Nice. And there you go, that is like the one and only objective. And now we're here to ball. We're gonna bully some small children, I'm sorry. You know, we've made it as a footballing nation when all of our athletes choose to do super moves instead of playing another sport. Oh, look at this defense, just barely. Oh, there's a type match advantage. So, if you're wondering if this... we can talk. I was going to say, if you're wondering if this game is also kind of Pokemon, yes, it is. Because the goalie got extra defense power, because he is a rock type, and Raika, my forward, is a fire type. So you might say it was not very effective. But yes, I think, Bo, if you want to kind of talk a little bit more about like match mechanics and stuff, by all means.
Oh, yeah, totally. So there's a lot of information on the screen right now. I don't have to tell you that. If you look at it, you can see it with your eyeballs. There's a lot of important information here, and there's a lot of noise. So the important information is stuff like team health and your tension meter and what kind of bonuses you have. So team health is kind of what it sounds like. As things happen during the game, this is your goalie's HP bar. So you can see we knocked out the FC or the Seagull FC goalie one time already. So they're back up to full, but Shizendo's blocked one shot and has kind of just been chilling back there. So still only is missing that little bit of hit points. It's kind of meant to be like fatigue. So, however, the kind of stress that the goalie is under. The tension meter is the orange bar. That's like kind of think about it like a pooled MP or a limit break bar, if you will, if you're a Final Fantasy 14 player. Shout outs to 14 players.
Yes.
And have fun at FanFest. I hope you did.
I'm getting pretty
It's
cold
kind of
over
like
here.
that. You can use that. That's how you use your supers, right? So everybody kind of has access to the same thing. As you do various actions throughout the game, you will kind of build that orange meter back up. There's some other stuff below the tension bar. It's unimportant. We don't need to worry about it. If you look in the bottom left, the next time we're up in there, there's a series of icons, and that's kind of all of the bonuses that our team has at any given point. Some of them are passives from our players. Some of them are techniques that we're using or strategies that we've turned on. And the last big important thing, which Star has done a couple of times already, is, and we talked about it a little bit earlier on when we were doing the original training montage, is shot change. While you're in the zone on offense, if you choose to not shoot and you pass instead, the recipient can... it basically lets you combine 2 special shots against the goalie instead of just the one. So we're going to be doing that a lot. That is the primary method that we're going to be using to score a lot of these goals, because you get double the superpower for all of the things that you're doing. And now we get access to special tactics, which are all kinds of fun.
Yes, so the major requirement for this match is the tactic Keyman Lockdown. And it's kind of what it sounds like. The baseball team is kind of a one-man team, and so we're going to shut him down. I'm mainly just going to be using these tactics throughout the rest of the run. And actually, I use the same lineup for the bonus match, so you'll see them get used a lot. But now we are kind of like into the meat of it. You know, again, we were talking about like, trying to trigger objectives as fast as possible. For instance, there is nothing I could do to score this shot, so I'm just trying to shoot as fast as possible to make the match advance. So the goalie's going to make a stop no matter what. Passes, and unfortunately, the baseball team uses the power of a cutscene to score on us.
Cheaters.
Yeah.
Not the power of a cutscene.
So this is when we are spawned by using our tactic. And now the match is on.
Yep, and our only 2 other objectives now are score a goal and win the match. So we're going to score 2 goals, and then we're going to kind of just hang on to the ball for a little while until the game is over.
I was like, this is the time to start busting out all the specials for the sake of busting out the specials.
Yeah, this is you're going to start to see a lot of the extra anime that we have, and since we can now do shot chains where we're doing a special as a pass into a special as a shot, we get all of the anime, all the nonsense is here.
And again, for the Pokemon fans, just imagine like your 2v2 format, but it's more of like a 2v1, and you can see in the icons we're combining 2 elements to attack, because we are combining our 2 shots against the goalie. Okay, so this one, I have to lose possession real quick. It's going to advance. I'm going to have another cutscene. And then he's going to be really sad in another cutscene. There's going to be a little bit of anime. And now we're on. So, Yagyu has essentially a player boost. I'm just gonna let this happen. Because, anyways, anime.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this is introducing the concept of like an enemy boost, and Yeah, Yagyu's gonna just kind of... He's just gonna keep being a little bit Super Saiyan over there. So, as we play through this match, I'm gonna try to keep the ball away from him, because I cannot stop the fact that his stats are, like, way boosted. I guess it's more akin to say, like, this is like Kaioken times 1,000. And yeah, we just have to play a little bit of keep away. Ooh. Double type disadvantage, but Raika's one of my better strikers, so it turns out when you speedrun a game, instead of doing the gacha, you just keep using the story characters.
Yeah, that checks out.
Again, the people who take this game seriously and like play the competitive online piece are probably really annoyed that I use all of my resources to make the story characters good instead of all the ones that you could pull from the gacha.
Yeah. But hey. So be it.
Oh yeah, there you go. There's a really long range.
That was the very, very
field,
edge.
yeah.
That was ridiculous. This guy cheats.
Kind of does, yeah. I mean, he's kind of a jerk, so you know, it seems fair enough.
Yeah.
Since Keyman Lockdown wore out, I'm just using another tactic. The Cavalry Advance just makes it so I move faster, which, as you would guess, is helpful. Because again, if we think of this as a giant overworld, it's good that if we can run from our encounters. And then it's also real nice when the opponent steals the ball, because then I could just tackle him to get the ball back, rather than having these battles. But yeah, we're basically chilling here as we run down the clock, because we have good possession. And then we're going to get ready for, this will be the end of Chapter 3, as we get ready to put together a team to actually compete in the tournament proper. I'm just going to force this battle here. Yeah, I had a problem of not being able to get audio to work, but now hopefully my comms are bopping along to the, like, all the music, because they love to play music, like, whenever you're at, like, a pivotal moment of the story, so you're just gonna get a lot of good, like, I think there's, like, a dozen different, like, voiced songs that they throw in for emphasis.
Yeah,
I was bopping along.
The last time I did comms for this game, I couldn't hear anything. I did not know it was even more hype than just watching it. So this is an extra little bit.
I was just bopping right along to the music. I'm like, I'm getting hype with this music.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we're just skipping the last couple of cutscenes for the end of the chapter. So the big surprise, our club room has been cleaned up, and Yagyu has decided to join the soccer team. Also, Sakurazaki lied about, because his father thought that soccer was too undignified, I guess, and he was supposed to play tennis instead. He's not playing tennis.
Nope.
Give me a little bit of time, I'll learn a Prince of Tennis game, but for now, we're just playing soccer.
I feel like Mario Tennis counts as a Prince of Tennis game.
Only the Game Boy Color one.
I'll accept those terms.
I agree.
Thank you, I'm glad we could come to a consensus so quickly.
The council has spoken.
I've never played a Mario Tennis game, but I can agree with the game.
Well, if you have Nintendo Switch Online, might I recommend Mario Tennis? Yeah, or for the Game Boy Color, because it's actually a sports RPG.
Well, I guess I know what I'll be playing later.
Well, you guess you know why Star likes that one specifically. All right. So hold on, I was totally turned around. So now that we've basically said we're going to be an official club, right? Remember I said that the student council was trying to shut us down. We got their like treasurer and now also the vice president to join us. The student council president said, okay, sure, you can be a club, but the conditions are you have to like actually register yourself as a proper club. And so that means recruiting enough members to be like a proper club team. And then also we need an advisor. And so there are two teams or two clubs that are way too similar. The Stargazing Club and the Space Lab. And Unmei just thinks, what if we get them to merge? Then conveniently there's one less, there will be a teacher without a club to advise. So maybe we can just go and steal their advisor. So our homeroom teacher happens to be one of those advisors. Don't ask me which club. I don't remember, and it's been a hot minute. But she will complain that she suddenly doesn't have a club anymore because they disbanded and merged with whatever the other one that makes it. Again, it's been a minute. And conveniently, we have a new club looking for an advisor. Unmei is a bit of a schemer. Overall, he's a good person, but this is a little, consent is key. I don't love the scheming sometimes, but anyways, we're negotiating with rock, paper, scissors, as you would expect.
Yep, as one does.
As we try to speak some reason into this. And apparently they have a past history and just hate each other. But it's okay. They kindly decided to merge into a single club. So we go ahead and talk to them. And then we're just going to head back downstairs and talk to our teacher and ask if she wants to be our advisor. And we give her the good news that her club disbanded. Aren't we nice?
So nice.
Very nice.
And I believe there's like a certain point too where she's like, but I don't know anything about soccer. And Umei's like, don't worry, I got it.
Yeah.
Just put your name on the floor.
You don't have to know.
Yeah.
We'll just teach you. It's fine.
Again, if you've watched Haikyuu and they have like the one teacher who is like constantly trying to read up like the rules of volleyball until like halfway through the first season when they actually have to get like the former volleyball player to coach them. Like that's the advisor we have right now. She's just there to fill out the forms and she actually arranges friendlies for us too, which is fun. One of those friendlies being those thugs. But hey, that's one for you to buy the game and play and explore on your own. All right, so we are happy that we have, got the like paperwork filled out for the team. We got an advisor, and we're getting ready to hold some tryouts for the last remaining positions. But for whatever reason, Kamio disappeared on us. And so we find him here looking, reflecting, quite literally. And, everyone else is kind of like a natural athlete in the group. And then, we have Kamio, who is a very good boy. But he thinks that everyone, must be just naturally gifted. Right, because everyone kind of picked up the sport kind of quickly, or they used to play. Like even Raika picked it up, and she never played soccer before, and so he's rather discouraged. And so we head over here to show that Raika had been training in secret, despite the fact that it was Sakurazaki who does the tire target. She's the one in the cutscene doing it a bunch. But anyways, don't give up on your dreams. Practice is important. And then now it's time for tryouts.
Who's ready for an auto scroller and an RPG?
Yeah,
Hooray.
Sarge, if you want to chat for a minute, go for it. And when you're done, you could just let us know. And everyone at home, just tell me who your favorite character is in chat.
Yeah, so if you are looking to get more involved with the GDQ community, you can always join the official Games on Quick Discord. The Hotfix role to get updates on upcoming events, chat with staff, and more. You can use !Discord in Twitch chat for an invite and more information. And as always, if you are enjoying the Hotfix or any of the shows that we put on, if you can consider subscribing. All of your contributions really do help keep the show running. Your subs, gift subs, bitch cheered. It does help us put these shows on, bring you more speedruns from games you might not have seen, from speedrunners that you might not have seen before. So if you are able to and you are enjoying the stream, consider subscribing for exclusive emotes, ad-free viewing, and access to chat during replays. You can also always support the stream by sharing the Games on Kick channel with your friends, anybody else who you think might enjoy this. It really does help us put this kind of content on. And like I said at the top of the show, and I've said a few times, the runs tonight on this show, the grab bag, these are runs submitted by Hotfix viewers, speedrunners, in chat or whatever. So if you are interested in running anything on the GDQ Hotfix, or if you are interested in seeing what's coming up on the Hotfix, you can always check out this week's schedule, submit your runs to be showcased over at gdq.gg/hotfix. And I guess one more for the road. Summer Games Done Quick 2026 is going to be live in Minneapolis, Minnesota from July 5th through 11th. Visit gdq.gg to learn more or register for the event. And stay tuned for the upcoming schedule that's going to be coming out on the 1st in just a few days here. And that's really all I've got.
Hello. I am a Hotfix viewer who liked Hotfix a lot and submitted my run, and here I am. It's actually, it's been not even quite a year since I started running anything. Fun fact, the first time I have ever done anything even like speedrun adjacent, other than practicing on my own, was for Hotfix last year. So hey, even if you have zero experience, if you just have a fun game you want to show off, go for it. Share the love.
Got anything you're passionate about. That's what.
Well, that's passion project. I don't think this is a passion project.
Well, you know what I mean.
Yeah, that is a really good point. Thank you for bringing that up. You don't have to be a world record holder or anything like that to submit. Just submit your game if you're interested in showcasing. Hotfix is for more than just world record holders and people who are going for world record times. Hotfix is for everybody. If you're a speedrunner, if you want to get into speedrunning, if you want to show something off, submit to the Hotfix.
Sarge, I take some offense because normally I am the perfect Venn diagram of like, I'm not super great, I'm not a world record holder, etc. I'm just here to play for fun. This is the one and only game I have the world record in.
I didn't say
it's okay.
Be a world record holder.
I just wanted to make the
everyone
joke.
means everyone.
You just don't have to be. I just wanted to make the joke. Come on, we're filling time here. There's a lot of people. We're almost a third away through.
So,
Chad, I really hope you've been picking out your favorites along the way.
I have some fun, interesting facts about the first guy that we saw. Clearly a sumo wrestler.
Yes.
Named Teru Makushita. Okay. So, Makushita is the 3rd division in sumo, which is already pretty cool. But one of the more recent Yokozuna, like the big dog top of the pile guys, was named Teru no Fuji. So I imagine that whoever was localizing this, these, I don't know if these names are localized.
These are not the localized names. These are the Japanese names.
So then, sweet, there's just a guy that's a big fan of sumo out there. Actually, there's probably many of them. Sumo is huge in Japan.
Level 5 loves puns, and
yeah.
I don't know, I feel like them kind of doing a reference and a pun at the same time is very on brand.
Yeah.
Anyways, I mean, again, so you have Musubi Fukuda, who just wants to talk about rice balls. So again, puns
I wonder why.
I was just going to say, she's just talking about rice balls all day long.
That's awesome.
Yeah, everyone just kind of has their thing, and that's fine. And yeah, you started talking about that character, and honestly, you probably know more about these characters if you looked up like anything about them, because they do get to be a part of your team, but unfortunately, the game sure just kind of shoves them to the back.
And we're not accepting any new players at this point.
For the sake of the run, For the story, we are accepting new players because we need to have 11 players for a team. For the run itself, no, I'm going to recruit the same players I always recruit because this is New Game Plus and they're already level 99. And I don't want to level up more people, especially young Deku here from My Hero Academia. Like, he needs to grow up like a lot.
He kind of does.
That's what I'm saying. He kind of looks like that.
He definitely looks like him.
Every time I see this kid, I just think of the meme of like young Deku headbanging.
Yup. I can see it.
僕の新しいマトリックスを探してる。
It's the hair.
The fun thing
Definitely.
though is that like these are legitimate like characters. Like you go and recruit them. Like they are a part of your team. Even though there's story things that I won't spoil plot wise, why you perhaps get more quote unquote story characters rather than these characters. But for instance, anyone that we don't recruit during these tryouts appear on their respective clubs when we eventually can play friendlies against the other clubs in school. So for instance, like one of the people from the like early in this group was a actor, and so when you play a match against the theater club, if you don't recruit him, he is on that team. So everybody has like a canonical team and stuff that they belong to. Anyways, we're a third of the way done through tryouts.
Nice.
So who's your
I
favorite
have-
from batch one?
Hooray.
Teru Makushita, my man.
Okay.
I like the one who talks about rice balls.
I just love young Deku. Don't even know his name. He's part of the math club. That's all I know.
You know, eventually, Star, if you keep asking us, if you keep running this game and you keep asking us our favorites, we're gonna start requesting that you put them on your team for the speed. So
It's gonna be the handicap I have to work with.
Yeah, it's gonna be. Oh, you know what? Actually, that's a good.
That's
a good
incentive.
a good incentive.
Just a handicap.
Yep.
Yeah.
You pick. You have to pick. You have to actually play with players from here. Level them to a certain point or something.
The thing is, though, it's like everyone is level 99, so they would catch up pretty darn quick. But I guess there's only one. Spoilers again. Sorry for the run. There's only one more match.
Yeah.
So
Remember how we said we would play a little bit of soccer?
we'll be there.
Literal.
We'll be there after we get through
emphasis-
these tryouts.
Yeah, little is putting in a lot of work in that in that phrase there.
That's why we have the
I actually
post-game
have-
match.
That's true. Is it the same post game match that I've seen already?
Yes, it is.
Okay, that's a good one. I'm very excited.
That's a fun one. We'll get there.
I don't think we've actually talked about in the couple of times that I've done comms for this. I don't think we've actually discussed the elemental mechanics at all.
Hold on. We have someone from Bocce the Rock here. Because she just wants to rock. Speaking of one-dimensional characters but loving them, she is my favorite from this group.
Yes, I agree.
She just wants to rock.
I love her. I love her. I love her.
The other thing is that you can see their like play style based off of the passing battles, because you have the players who just are either going to be like super competent and can trap the ball and pass, or can like juggle, or that like struggle to get the ball. But yes, you brought up a good point about the elemental system. I talked like briefly about it, but basically, I mean, there's a good example because Unmei is on screen. And you can see that Unmei is a grass type. So every player has an inherent elemental typing. So it's like grass. It's grass, wind, earth, water, fire.
Okay.
I might be missing one. But so you will have essentially you will gain an advantage for attacking someone with the advantageous matchup. So for instance, maybe a grass type, if he was a player on the field, and you were going up against him in a focus battle, if you use a fire move, it'd be more effective. If you were also a fire type character, you would also have a slight stat boost. But for instance, you do not have to use moves that are the same as your innate element. So for instance, Unmei could use a fire move. So you might use, I think earth is what water counters fire, of course. You'd use water as Unmei when you're defending against a fire type offensive player or defender. But yes, so it's kind of like Pokemon, but it's a little bit more freewheeling because you can equip skills as long as it aligns to the player's position, and it fits within the sphere grid. You could equip that. So it's like if there is a slot for a dribble move, you can equip any dribble move. It does not matter which element. While I love the Rock Lady, Monkey Boy here is also one of my favorites. He just wants to climb. And again, I was gonna say, like, I'm not gonna bring up Final Fantasy 14, but it's happened a million times. But anyways, for my Howling Blade fans, he just wants to climb. And climb. And climb.
Yes, he does.
He's just gonna keep climbing one step at a time. He's a pretty solid midfielder.
That's good. The person that was on before this seemed like they had very, very good technical skills.
Yeah, so the interesting thing is, like, there are inherent stats to everyone, but a lot of what's they're tilting their hand with these animations is really like their play style. So if it's mainly, are they going to be a good dribbler or passer?
Right.
Anyways, if there was not already a character in the English version of this called Johnny Tsunami, I would call this guy Johnny Tsunami. But anyways, he's our cool surfer dude. He's gonna say wave here in a second, and I'm probably gonna giggle because I love it when he says wave. Anyways, go on.
So with inherent stats, does that mean that at level 99 everybody has different stats, or do you max them out?
They do have different stats.
That's really good.
They do have different stats.
So there is. I can see how the competitive.
Again, this is why people get upset with me for just kind of doing whatever, you know?
Yeah, it sounds like there's just endless possibilities to consider, which is cool because especially in a game like this, where you can play all of the fun side characters that you see one time in episode 3 and then never again until episode 27 and a half. It's like, oh, that guy, I love that guy though, he's great, and I want to play him on my team, so I can now. I really like that.
That is my favorite sports anime like character trope. It is the character who is like part of the team, but like you never, like, he's not usually on the field or on the court or whatever. Again, for my Haikyuu fans, the one kid who like subs in for the tournament just to serve, because he's a really good server, but you like never see him usually. He's just kind of like one of the people on the bench. He's around the team, but then he just like rolls in and he just like serves and has like a good rally. Like, I love that. Just give me the character who's just like can do a thing and just gets one moment.
Yeah.
My favorite one of these is Kirko's basketball. The player who like does the dramatic dive to like stop the ball from going out of bounds because they're trying to keep the play going and they don't want the play to end. And he like injures himself by like dramatically like flinging himself out of bounds to catch the ball. I eat that stuff up. Don't give me your super powered. I don't need your Kuroko and his shadow techniques. Give me the character that I can't remember their name, but I really like for some reason.
Yeah. I feel that though. The Way of the Sword. She's playing soccer. She's my good sword lesbian. And,
I see. And speaking of my hero characters, this little beetle boy really should just be my hero character, like a little metal beetle boy. Or maybe he's like a robot. Maybe it's like an Astro Boy thing.
なぜサッカー部に入りたいんですか
He's just trying his best.
Yeah, I appreciate that about him though.
Yeah,
Find a new kind of shine in myself. That's such a great way to look at it.
Tetsu and metal.
Yeah.
Go figure.
あなたの特技は何ですか
I was like, I'm trying to remember. Isn't that like the character from My Hero is literally like Tetsu, isn't it?
Probably. I have not watched since like season 1.
I think I made it.
どんなサッ
I think I made it 2 seasons in. Maybe 3.
僕にとってサッカーがどれくらいの
I used to.
まだわからないな
So before I ran in speedrun marathons, I speedran outside. And so when I was stuck on the treadmill for very long runs, I would watch anime. So I used to measure a length of an anime by the miles it took me to watch it all. Because I, on average, would run 2 miles per episode.
Wow.
Nice. Nice.
But since I started picking up speedrunning, I now play a lot of video games. I don't run as much. So now I don't have as many anime touch points these days.
I see.
Because I keep telling myself,
Right.
well, I can't watch it. Like, anime is for the treadmill, and then the treadmill
Right.
has a bunch of boxes on it right now because I needed to make a room.
That checks out.
Yeah.
Ray is confirming that the metal guy is named Tetsu and believes that his name is technically Tetsu.
All right. Okay, there you go. See? I got some
I
bona
would like
fides.
to know this man on screen who looks like Amuro Ray with a handsome mod turned on. I need to know more about him.
I like to joke that for your Adventure Time fans out there, he's just Magnus Birdside because all he wants to do is charge. He just wants to charge right in.
I see.
All gas, no brakes, charging towards the future.
With gusto.
I forgot that's what one of his lines was, all gas and no brakes. And so when I was practicing this and talking about all the various characters, I was like, doing my voices, and I was like, all gas, no brakes. And then like that line came up next. I was like, oh no. Anyways, here's one for the furries. Shout out to the fastest furs. He is an illusionist, and so part of his great illusion is the fact that he kind of looks like a wolf, I guess. But yeah, his super abilities, spoilers, I recruit him as well. One of his super abilities is like essentially like a 3-wolf moon thing.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, it's a long shot, which is also fun to watch a long shot happen. And it's just like him summoning a wolf. He's a good boy. Everyone in this is great.
He kind of looks like 6 Grand Blue.
I could kind of see
Very,
that.
very close. Yeah. Put a hood on him. I could see it.
Yeah. But yes, he's an illusionist. He's not a musician. He's not doing tricks. He's performing illusions.
Yes.
And this is Ben 10, not to be confused by the cartoon. This is Ben 10, who is in a game that is animated by people who make cartoons. So, again, I chose these characters completely blind, pure vibes based, and
just stuck with them after.
I just stuck with them because I didn't want to re-level up, because it's a long run, the 80%. So I've only really worked on grinding out my times a couple times before I set the record.
Yeah.
So if you want a free world record, I'm sure you could save a lot of time on my run. But apparently this is one of the characters in the meta that I had no idea. So apparently like Ben 10 is like one of the better defenders in the game. So
That's pretty cool.
I just stumbled into that one.
We take those.
I don't know, I like a pretty boy. I like my boys to be really pretty and my girls to carry a big sword and my NBs to do whatever to live their best life.
Heck yeah.
I say that as an NB living their best life because y'all are captive here listening to me yap about this anime game. Anyways, the tryouts are done.
Hey, we did it!
Yay, tryouts are done. Hooray!
We got there.
All right,
Woohoo!
chat. Hopefully we had some favorites. Hopefully I get to recruit some of your favorites.
それで部長、
Um,
気に入ったのはいたかな？
I'm just going to pick my usual team. So if I happen to get one of your favorites, I planned it. If not, you know, I just routed around that.
Had to route around it.
Anyways, one of the nice things that they do is that for New Game Plus, I don't have to go and like talk to them and recruit them. I can just select them off of that menu, and then we fast forward to them being on our team.
Oh, that's sweet. Thank you, New Game
That's
Plus,
how
for the
things
free
works.
time save.
I need it after that. After like 12 minutes of the passing battle minigame, I think I'm good.
I thought you might be exaggerating when you said it was like 10 minutes of nothing. I didn't realize it was actually like 10 minutes of nothing.
フットボール
Anyways, here's our
Agreed.
empty plot of land that is now a really nice soccer field.
Oh, gorgeous.
Pretty soccer field.
The president of the student council wields way too much power. I don't want to spoil anything because it gets very goofy. We unfortunately are not like Raimon, who are the you know, that's the school from the earlier series. So we're not cool like them and have like a gigantic training facility and a helicopter, for instance. But she was able to just build a
おかしいな。
like awesome training field in the middle of the school right there. So, you know, all of that back and forth for 5 years apparently on what to build on that empty plot of land. Turns out all we needed to do was beat the baseball team and then voila.
勝てますかね、うちは。サッカーで西。
But yeah, we were told that we need to win this match. Well, we're told we need to win the football frontier. And we just weren't told that that's essentially the tournament to crown the best team in Japan. So small detail that the student council kind of glossed over.
霞先生から。
Very specifically, the student council president hates our rival school, West Manor. We defeat them in everything, in academics and sports, and it just so happens to be that's who we get in the first round. And so we absolutely cannot lose. We have to maintain our school honor. Also, we especially want to win because her younger sister is the manager for that team, and she hates her younger sister because she's the try-hard and does everything perfectly, and her younger sister is just kind of living life and just being her honest self. And she has a real, you know, her parents like her. I don't know. I prefer, honestly, hey, live your life. You don't have to be the best at anything.
新しい地には出会いがある。
So that is kind of the background there of why that's happening.
ここから試合までの
Normally, West Manor loses every year. They've never won a match. Their sister school happens to be Raimon. Again, that is the school from the original series. They are known as the best school in Japan. And as a sister school, because they are in different region, they're allowed to loan players, I guess? I'm not quite sure why, but they can, I guess. And so they just sent over 2 players, you know, to help fill out the numbers for West Manor. And that just happens to be the team's captain and the best youth national player in all of Japan. So, I know, Bo, you haven't seen this match. This is why this match is a little bit tricky.
なんで遠藤春がここに。
We got 2 players on their team that just have straight up plot armor. Anyways, here's the student council president. She's mad.
Is she ever not mad?
That's a good point. I don't know if she ever is not mad.
There's only,
she's-
in my experience, which
She's
is
not mad. She's just disappointed.
Yeah,
Honestly.
that checks out. I've watched far less sports anime than you, and I don't think I've ever seen a happy student council president. So,
All right, give me 1 second so I can get my formation set up.
oh yes, yeah. So we're making a couple of very specific preparations here, everybody. We are very specifically picking the 3-5-2 formation, and we're going to be setting specific tactics to really make use of the 11 players that Star has selected.
I'm fairly certain I forgot to do tactics, so we're just gonna roll with this.
All right,
no.
everybody, fingers crossed. Then
Anyways,
go.
yeah. So this is Haru. We're gonna try to stop him. Oh well, I'm trying to stop him. Okay, I'm just gonna if I can just maybe if I okay hold on I'm gonna just try to let's just put up a wall maybe. I'm just gonna
work,
see if
right?
I can try to get some, okay. But yeah, if you want a dead tell for a scripted cutscene goal, you notice that the goalie's health bar never appeared. So that means if you are shooting and the health bar never appears, that means you're not going to score. And if you're being shot on, it means you are not going to make the save.
yeah, this story match is a little strange too because the first half of this game is kind of not really playing soccer. We're basically going to be letting West Banner get 3 goals as soon as we can. After the 3rd goal happens, halftime triggers, and you know for this game, which is our first 11 versus 11 match, we actually do have 30-minute halves, and we're going to play both halves as opposed to only one half, like we were doing with the 5-on-5s. So our general goal here is going to be to try to give them the ball as quickly as we possibly can so that they can take shots and score. That's going to bump us into the second half of the game, and then we have to score 4 goals and win the game.
Yep. Easy, right?
Yeah, totally.
But yeah, I don't know what the time was on the clock, but anyways, it's halftime now.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how the speedrun works. So, like, it's actually very interesting for, like, the full 80% run because it's not necessarily about the soccer. It's literally the, okay, can I fulfill these story objectives as fast and as efficiently as possible? Mm-hmm. But yeah, if you just wanted to watch a whole lot of the soccer being played, well, now I have to score 4 goals quickly. So it's on. We're just doing it. Also, this is the point in the story where you would unlock your super moves for the first time. We're a little ahead of that curve.
Yeah, we've maybe been doing a little bit of super stuff the whole time.
But yeah, this is the shot chain, so shot chaining these 2 supers into each other.
Ooh, unfortunate. Nice try. Yeah, so we're going to be using basically all of the other strategies and mechanics that we saw in the previous story match, and all of the scrims and stuff that we have done, to kind of take what we need from here. We want the ball now basically as much as possible, as you may imagine. There are no other story objectives for the second half of this game, so it's not like we have to score with specific players or anything like that. It is very, very specific, or it's not very specific. It's very general. We're just going to be like getting as close as possible, getting into the zone, and then starting a shot chain with whomever has the best opportunity, and we're just going for it every single time.
Yeah, so even if we're not able to score on every single shot, the point is to keep continually shooting because it builds fatigue on the opponent's goalie. And again, HP or damage against the keeper's HP is sustained. So we could just keep chipping away at it as much as possible. So we're really employing the ABCs of soccer. Always be shooting.
Yep.
A shooting.
But yeah, we talked about it before, but the tension meter, it is basically like an MP bar or something. And so using those supers ends up draining that. And since I'm not drawing out these matches, and because you have to do these focus battles and win them, or lose them and you get slightly less, that is how you build tension. But if I'm just trying to push past everyone as fast as possible, it just means I run out very quickly. And also their supers go on cooldown. So it's just not always going to be guaranteed like one hit or one shot goal. So again, I'm just going to constantly be shooting as much as possible to try to chip away at the goalie's HP. And then as long as we can usually do one super, we should generally be able to score. But
Haven't needed it for a couple of goals so far.
The other fun fact is you can score against the goalie like in a way that the goalie is not intercepting the ball. So like if the net is empty, you can score. However, just like the force field where you see the defenders kind of like teleporting in front of us, the goalies can kind of do that. So in all of my time running this game, playing it casually in the other like gacha mode, I have scored a goal, like naturally just kicked the ball into the net, I think once. Because I've been to the point where I'm like standing almost inside of the goal and passed it to myself and tried to shoot, and the keeper still teleported in front of me and made the save.
Wow.
So they really want to, make sure you are doing your 1v1 battle with the goalie. But there you go. We've done the job. The music has changed, so we got a slightly different song playing, and we're here to vibe. At this point, just making sure that we're trying to keep pressure on them, not necessarily looking to shoot all the time, but I'm trying to keep the ball on their side of the field as best I can, and just kind of make big sweeping changes. Usually I try to boot the ball upfield so that I can charge at them and make a steal. Bo, you were talking about fouls before. This is generally where I get a bunch of fouls, is the tactic of just dumping the ball upfield, because it's much faster to just turn the ball over. And so doing that and just tackling people outside of focus battles is what leads the risk of fouling a bunch. And if you look, similar where we have the readout that tells us like we've gained or lost tension, it'll also tell us when the foul rate increases. So the more time you do dangerous plays and you do not commit a foul, it just increases the likelihood that a foul will eventually be called. And then once you do commit a foul, it then resets that back to 0%. It's just basically a mechanic, a little bit of rubber banding, so that the opponent can't just literally run full speed and tackle you. If you play online, you're happy that this mechanic exists.
I can see that. Makes a lot of sense.
But yeah, we are just running down the clock just a little bit.
Yeah, we're just about done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like I said, this is the last match for this specific category. So all I will be doing is skipping cutscenes from here on out. So be ready on time. I have like 4 or 5 cutscenes to skip. So once I get to the end of the chapter, I will call time. But yeah. West Manor gets real cocky. They get that 3-0 lead. They sub out their ringers, and since they've already been subbed out, they can't be subbed back in. So then that's what sets the trap. And Haru was looking for a reason to be excited about soccer, and this is his first glimpse at seeing Unmei. I'm not going to say that they're a pair. I'm just going to let you put 2 and 2 together if you wish.
Okay, but they are though, right? Like they totally are.
They love soccer.
Yeah.
They both really love soccer. Anyways, we're coming up on time right now a time. Sorry, that they both really love soccer is the thing.
They really love soccer.
They really love soccer. GG's indeed.
Yeah.
Proverb.
できることをやるんじゃなくて、やりたいことをやる方が幸せだろう。
It's
That's a
touching.
good proverb.
That's
a good
huge
proverb.
true. Good
That's
proverb.
a good proverb.
I'm looking at my time, just under 2. So,
Woo!
nailing my estimate.
Hooray.
And I don't really have to do any setup for this match. Ignore the fact that I'm playing as somebody else. It's okay. I'm exiting out anyways. But if we want to do a second timer for the exhibition match, I can give you a count-in. Okay. So in 3, 2, 1, go.
天正ゼウスだと。
And this one, I have the time to roll with it, so I'm just going to let the cutscenes play out. It's pretty consistently right around that 15-minute mark. So. For fans of the original series, Zeus is kind of like they're like the last match in Inazuma 1. They are like football gods that Raimon has to challenge their godhood, and this is their reincarnation, somewhat literally, in this new version that I think is set like 20 years later. This is their incredibly normal coach.
Very normal guy.
Yeah, I just turned on auto so I don't accidentally skip through dialogue or cutscenes. All right, and this is post-game, so now I have access to everyone. Someone that looks somewhat familiar. I don't know why.
Yeah, interesting.
So give me a second because I'm going to... Let's see, I do... Yeah, 352.
Definitely check tactics this time.
Yep. For my friend out there who is a fan of GoNG, yes, I'm using GoNG in my team. But
sadly, not the second though.
Hey, tune into another marathon in the future and donate to a fun incentive where I should literally just call, instead of extended story or bonus match, I should just call that incentive Airbud %.
I agree. Huge agree, actually. There are no rules that say dogs can't play soccer.
Exactly.
Or football, for that matter.
Exactly. Both have occurred. Argue about whether it's called soccer or football. That dog has played both of them.
And the game does kind of waffle on that, because you would think that since it's a team localizing it, that they would be picking one way to refer to the sport for consistency. But no, they do not.
Yeah, and it's funny because I'm like using the Japanese naming and everything, and it's called soccer in Japan as well. It's like one of the few places that also calls it soccer, but it's still referred to as football off and on. It's kind of weird. But yes, this is where we're just going to get a whole lot of supers. So the gimmick in this match is their captain. We talked about the person having plot armor. Their captain, like, kind of permanently has plot armor. Whenever he gets the ball, I cannot steal the ball from him. Remember Bo explaining how castle walls worked way in the mechanics, like 2 hours ago? And about how if you set up a wall before he can shoot, you could steal the ball. That is my only way I can stop him from shooting and steal the ball. So I'm just kind of praying Looks like we got one, maybe? There you go.
Close.
But yeah, besides that, if he wants to shoot, he can just shoot. So it just kind of turns into a shootout. Like, my real objective here is just, I'm gonna try to score more than they score on me. Very technical, I know.
Yeah. And since this is post game, there isn't a way to speed up we don't have objectives, so we can't make the game go faster. We're actually playing a full soccer game here.
And then the other thing, with this being post game, that means they're no longer doing any sort of stat scaling or anything. So yes, this team is level 60. I'm level 99. They are still really hard to beat, even at level 60.
Yeah. This dude has at least 39 levels of plot armor, and it's not fair.
It's okay. I usually find a way to bully them anyways.
Yeah, you're doing all right now. Almost halfway through the first half.
I'm gonna say it's the second half gets interesting.
It does, for reasons.
All right, remember how I said Kisoji's just Yosuke? And he's the class clown, and that's his persona. Sorry, I couldn't finish the joke in time.
It's really true, though.
We always love the class clown.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We always
if you don't like persona, you could also say that that's his stand, because I believe that also works as well.
Yeah, we will accept either answer. Yep.
But yeah, that is called a Keshin, that like persona or stand. And that is one of the few hyper moves in the game. Hyper moves are good. God, I forgot he was the one that got the ball. Is because they have priority over everything except for this jerk's plot armor. And so if you need to break out, oh my god, he really didn't do like a special or anything though. And I have no tension to make a big save, so that's just a chunk out of my health for no real reason. So if there's like a matchup where it's like I'm gonna struggle to win, right? Like they have better stats, they have the better elemental matchup, whatever it might be. If I have, so we told you to ignore the other bar. That other bar is what lets us use our hyper moves. And like I said, those just basically have absolute priority. So at any time I can just kind of use one of those to just end a focus battle.
Yeah. This is another match too where we're going to be shooting a lot. It's very, very rare, even though we're almost 40 levels above this team, that we're going to be scoring in one shot chain unless we crit, which is possible. It does happen. But generally speaking, we're going to have to take more than one shot for each of these points.
Yeah, I blew all of my tension meter on that shot just to get a really good shot. And that was also, God, of course he got the ball. That was also a evolved version of that shot, so it was like a +2 or +3. He's being super nice to me today. I don't know what the deal is.
Yeah, no complaints from me.
Yeah. So normally normally he is throwing specials left, right, and center, and you cannot stop him.
Yeah, I'm hoping that he doesn't bring it back in the second half.
I have a feeling I'm not going to be so lucky in the second half, but that's just a feeling. But yeah, one of my practice matches for this, I think I literally ended it 5-4, just because I just had to keep shooting.
Yeah. All right, that was a good first half.
Yeah.
Very good first half.
Solid lead, solid lead. I'm going to swap out Yagi real quick. Because, yeah, I think he has some better stats. All right. And I've been holding on to my tactics, but I feel like there's going to be a moment where, like, I'm going to really want to use Keyman Lockdown for some reason.
Yeah, I think he was right about that.
So I'm just holding on to that right now. This is Heaven's Time. This is one of my favorite moves, because you just kind of walk by everyone.
The enemy's standing.
And then
anyway.
they blast off into space again. Oh, hold on. Hold on. I'm getting word. I'm getting word from the field that this is not over yet.
Now this is one of those special moves that would probably get you a yellow card, I think, in normal soccer.
I mean, technically, this is a hyper move.
Yeah.
Oh.
But yes, that is a mode change. That is a hyper move. And he just turned into one of the, like, I don't know, he's like one of the more popular characters in the series. He's, you know, Aphrodite's, he's got some, like, Vegeta vibes, I guess.
Yeah. He's the star player for this team way back, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And now I can't really do much to stop him.
Nope. This is the yellow card, by the way.
Okay.
That's a move.
Oh, no, I
think you're good.
I don't have that one. I don't have this one. I'm sorry, Shishindo, I let you down.
Unfortunate.
I shouldn't have burned my meter. I thought I had enough just to get through that shot.
Unfortunate.
It's okay. Also, let's ignore the fact that I have a Frody
You
as
also
well.
have one? Yeah.
He's really good. He was really good in the gotcha. So is Goenji. I don't know much about the meta, but people who tune into my stream sure do. And I was not upset to learn when they told me a few ringers I could throw on my team. So these are some of the ringers I put on my team for the any percent. And so with this being outside of the story mode, I get to use said ringers. Ooh, this is a move I don't see very often. It's unfortunately not going to work for him.
Didn't work. Super cool. If it did anything. Nice try.
There's like a whole series of like God Hand, God Fist, all sorts of nonsense. It's great. I love this game. Please play this game or watch the anime. Or there's going to be a mobile game coming out, which I don't know how y'all feel about free-to-play mobile games.
I'm generally up.
You know, how you use your time is up to you. Sometimes I really like them, sometimes I don't. But they have a free-to-play mobile game kind of based on kind of this Chronicle mode that's also going to be coming out. And if you're like, Star, I want to play this from the beginning. You said this game takes place cough years in the future. I want to play the beginning. Well, good news, theoretical person in my head. They're currently remaking the original game. There's a remake of Inazuma 11-1 that's going to be coming to the Switch later this year. Listen, if I actually practice my bits, they would probably be funny instead of what I'm doing now.
No, it was good. Don't.
Hey, they're funny. Hey.
I'm here to make people laugh, and if they laugh at me, that still counts.
Yeah, we take all of those. It's all positive.
But yeah, like, bits aside, this has been like a surprisingly chill one of these matches.
Yeah, this is knocking on all of the wood around my desk right now. This is like such a different experience than the last time. The last time I watched this game. 5-1 is unheard of as far as I'm concerned.
Yes.
I was gonna say,
and we're like,
he's about to run down his mode change as well. And since I did the lockdown, it's somewhat feasible that I can actually win in a 1v1 like this.
Nice. And this is the second time you've beat him with just power block, which is pretty sweet.
It's the upside of when I was doing this more frequently, I was like, wait, why don't I just put Keyman Lockdown on? Because like there is literally one person that I need to stop.
Yeah.
And it turns out it works.
It's the same strategy as the baseball team.
Yep.
Right?
Because it's a giant game to keep away.
The game is literally like, yeah, you should just do this.
Yes, this game that's clearly meant to be speedrun is like, here's one for the speedrunners.
With the 2 hours of cutscenes for watching 4 of them.
And not at all the game that is just desperately trying to be like, no, don't skip anything, stop doing this. You cannot speed up these animations.
Yeah, definitely not that.
I'm happy to be winning this
Dang.
power block, and I haven't been getting fouls, which has been very lucky.
Yeah, we take those.
Like, I'm sorry for the folks wanting dramatic tension. This is, again, I have never had one of these go this well.
Yeah, this is
Oh.
uncharacteristic, I think.
Two can play at that game. Anyways, I'm just gonna go for the long shot because I want to get up for the wall. Nope.
Oh no.
That seems unfair.
It seems
Very much
excessive.
unfair. Like,
Yeah.
oh,
Also, the
Aw.
goalie hasn't done my favorite block yet, and I'm sorry that he's probably not gonna do it. So I can't use the joke, but Bo knows the joke, and we'll hopefully laugh. Okay, I'll tell you off air.
I don't know which one. I don't know which one it is.
They have a very big goalkeeper in the moment, but yeah, that's time.
Oh, I see. GG's.
Everyone in
GG.
chat, get your shocked Pikachu face out. I just love that just immediate shot of the coach.
I love that so much.
It's so good. What a face that guy makes.
And
You should you gotta make that a for sure.
yeah, and if you're wondering, like, hey, this like post-match, so like I made this look easy when I attempted this like on my casual playthrough, like, oh, I just beat the game, I should see what this extended match is like. I got just flattened. But I was like, oh, you probably get something really cool for beating them. Well, you unlock their jerseys in the Chronicle mode, and then they just dump you back to the title screen, not even back to the menu. It's just
Wow.
title screen. So it's like, yeah, way to go. You've bested gods in the realm of soccer. Have our uniform. Anyways, press A to start the game, basically. So,
That's wild.
so I'll go ahead and
That's awesome.
we can do shout outs while we're sitting here on the title screen. But Bo, do you want to do some shout outs?
Oh yeah, sure. Shout outs to Church, who I didn't realize when I was asking for access to this server was actively doing a show. The legend was like, yeah, I'll get you set up, don't even worry about it. And I did not realize until afterwards that my man was in the middle of production. So yeah, huge shout outs to that. Big ups to Hotfix for having Star on. This game is super duper cool. And I'm really glad they got to show it off. I generally go by Debonair VT. I occasionally stream on Twitch. It's usually platformers and old strange games nobody's ever heard of. But I haven't been doing it so much recently, so follow Star instead.
And our chat mod extraordinaire Tabby. I just wanted to shout out the mod squad.
Yeah. Again, another big shout out to Hotfix for having me. And another big shout out to the chat mod squad. I have a chronic volunteer, so you'll see me on the chat mod squad. I am somewhat a streamer. I am at Tabby Ecstasy. I do some streams of here and there video games. You'll see some Overwatch, you'll see some Clover Pit, you'll see random things here and there, but you would get better off following Star instead.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Shout out obviously to my commentators. I always appreciate folks being willing to sit in my long and obscure speedruns. I'm sorry, I'm just never going to be a person that can like speedrun a platformer or something that requires actual skill. So Bo and Tabby, thank you. I really appreciate you. Hotfix, fantastic. This is my second time. I've popped in to do comms a few times, but you know, I wasn't necessarily joking before when Church started with talking about like, you know, this is for people who are fans to submit. Like, I've been watching GDQ for like 10 plus years. I've been watching Hotfix for years. Please volunteer. volunteering rules. I will see you in chat during SGDQ. And submit your hotfix runs, because someone may be wild enough to say, yes, please play 2 hours of anime soccer. So I appreciate that. Shout out to the Binary Breakers, because y'all are awesome.
Yes, Breakers mentioned.
And again, I did say it jokingly before, but shout out to the Fastest Furs. I ran this for their online lead up to their main marathon coming up May 8th through 10th. Fastest Furs live at FWA. They're raising money for a homeless shelter, specifically for unhoused LGBT youth. So please, if you are gonna take anything away from this, when you aren't supporting GDQ and the amazing charities they're doing, please check out other marathons. Check out Fastest Furs coming up soon. And if you're just going to be a viewer, spread some joy, donate if you can. And yeah, that's really it. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much for being here. Thank all three of you. Amazing running commentary. I did not realize what I was getting myself into. I thought there was going to be more soccer than RPG, but I was pleasantly surprised. This game looks fantastic, so thank you so much for running it. And
there was soccer eventually.
there was eventually soccer.
Yes.
But yeah, like you said, if anybody out there is interested in running on the hotfix, it doesn't matter what your skill level is. You can always go submit over at gdq.gg/hotfix, submit your runs, and then, we have the option of picking it up and, posting you on the hotfixer. With that said, again, thank you so much. We've got one more run for you tonight. We're going to take a quick break, and then we are going to be back with Duck Detective: The Secret Salami. See you in just a few minutes, everyone.
Thanks for
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Games Done Quick Hotfix. Tonight, we are doing a community grab bag. This is runs submitted by you, Hotfix viewers. And before we get into our next run here, just a quick reminder, if you need to catch up on any of our past GDQ Hotfix shows or marathons, you can always do so at youtube.com/gamesdonequick. And if you are over on YouTube watching right now, consider liking, subscribing, and becoming a channel member to help support the GDQ Hotfix. With all that said, we have Secret Salami Detective here. I will hand it over to a runner.
Well, yes, we had anime. Now we're going to have a little mystery. I'm Selki's Mind. You can call me Cell. And you might be thinking, wait, didn't you just run this game 2 weeks ago? No. I ran the second game, Duck Detective: The Ghost of Glamping. That was at Passion for Puzzles a couple weeks ago. Now I'm here with the first game, the one that started it all, Duck Detective: The Secret Salami, where we're going to solve just some very normal salami crimes. Nothing serious is going to happen whatsoever. Now, there is going to be a poll that will appear in chat at some point here, where you, my dear viewers, can decide who I'm going to arrest. I have to arrest someone at the end of this. So do you want to arrest the handler, the muscle, or the planner? You let me know. And we'll get on that. So, all right. Time will start. I have to delete my save. If you don't delete your save, weird things happen, I promise you. I've had to talk to the devs about that. So, time will start when I select save file. So, in 3, 2, 1, go.
Have fun.
Thank you. All right, so this is a narrative clicker puzzle game where I'm going to collect, inspect things and look at different things in order to gather words. And so I'm going to skip through a ton of dialogue. And just prepare. If you want to hear the incredible dialogue in this game, go play it. It's fully voice acted. It's so good. Anyways, we get a phone call here. And he initially thinks it's Anna, who is his ex, who has left him because of his bread problem. Turns out, no, it's a client who he's going over there because he's desperate. He's desperate to get a client. He has used all of his money on bus fare to get to this place in order to go solve the crime. Don't worry about the koala out there. It's fine.
She wouldn't.
Anyways, we now need to go talk to the receptionist, who's got some, you know, things to say to us. And she goes, hey, who are you? Should you be here? And so she doesn't want to talk to us. So we are going to do an investigation. So this is where we look at something and we get this nice big magnifying glass and we get to look at stuff. And this is how we're going to gain a number of words. So I need to now look at a few more things. We're going to look at this calendar. And sometimes you get some really weird words. It's very strange. Anyways, today is September 7th in game. That's important. Also, you can knock over the trash cans. At charity events, that's often an incentive I do, because we have a category on the SRC page called Trash Can Percent. It doesn't do anything to knock them all over. It's just an in-game achievement, and it's very, very chaotic, and sometimes just messes with your physics. Anyways, we have now gained enough information to name our suspect. So this is Sophie Windheimer. And now we can figure out why Sophie's sad. She's feeling sad because nobody has remembered her birthday. Hey, Church, would you be sad if people forgot your birthday?
Be a little bit sad, yeah.
Still here?
Well, we're going to use the power of social engineering to gain a key card to the office by wishing her a happy birthday. As you do. Just very, very normal. Very, very normal.
Completely normal.
Yeah, also there are totally real duck facts in the loading screens. Did you know, chat, that ducks were the first creature to abolish the monarchy?
Forgot about that one.
They're very good. Anyways, we just met the boss of the office. It's fine. We just need to, you know, grab our client note. We don't have enough information to do this yet, so we can ponder. We're not going to do that. That's only for people who haven't played the game before. So this speedrun is completely consistent. There's no RNG. It's just menuing. If you believe in menu versus parkour, this is a pure menu speedrun. Unless I trip over the trash that's fallen out of the garbage can, and then it's a little bit parkour because the physics get a little wonky. All right, we're gonna use our first little trick. That's called the unstuck button. This was actually found for the second game. And we discovered actually it has some use in the first game, but not as much as it does in the second game. All right, we're interrogating here. This is the only time we're gonna like interrogate. It's not commonly used in the run. It's just another way of gaining information. We can ask them specific things. Anyways, we're gonna snoop on this computer. Very normal behavior. But it's password locked, so we can't get into it. So we'll have to see if we can solve that. Can we quack the password? Anyways, look at this wonderful Employee of the Month poster. Isn't this the most beautiful Employee of the Month poster you've ever seen?
I've never seen anything more immaculate than this.
All right, what fact are we going to get this time? Ducks migrate thousands of miles in the winter to escape your whining. Ooh, chat, you should stop whining so much. They wouldn't have to travel as far.
Chat got called out.
Chat did. I'm sorry, chat. That was a little bit mean. So anyways, we're now in the branch manager's office. This is Manfred, as we'll soon learn here in a minute. And we don't need to actually talk to him, which would be is good, because he would get really grumpy if we tried to talk to him. We're going to look at this beautiful portrait of his family. Look at the twin baby bears. Aren't they so cute? And also, oh, what's that? Hey, Church, do your pictures on the wall normally have hinges?
I probably shouldn't tell you, but like at least one of them does. The others don't.
Okay, good to know. All right, so we need to put some names in. We have Freddie Frederson, we have Laura Engst, and we have Manfred Ernst. The devs are German, by the way, if you could not tell from the names. So Sophie is the giraffe, who is the receptionist. Manfred is the bear, and he is the branch manager. Laura is the cat, and she works in customer service. And Freddy the crocodile works in the operating office. Now, we must solve that there, because if we don't solve that, we are unable to get into the kitchen. That is a requirement to make progress in the game. You must solve that. So anyways, we're entering the kitchen. We're going to meet a couple more characters here. But first, how do you feel about surprise parties?
I'm pretty fond of them.
Oh, well, and unfortunately, the party's canceled.
Oh, no.
Things are not so good here.
Cuts.
Office, please stop.
Yes. How many dead bodies have you encountered?
That's it.
We are going to be careful not to talk. Margaret's a character. You go talk to her, go through all those dialogue options as well. Anyways, we have now found the scene of the crime, where the lunch has been stolen. It's been signed with a note by the Salami bandit, signed with a piece of salami, which is a very wild decision. And anyways, now we're going to take a look here at our penguin. And we should have all of our information that we've done him. Oh, no, I need to talk to him as well. All right, so we now need to input, not those, we need to go solve the client. So we have now determined who solved the crime. Don't worry about how we solved it. So Laura hired the doc detective because her lunch was stolen by a coworker known as the Salami Bandit. That's why we're here. We're here to solve the problem. So the reason we solve this right here is this actually teleports us a significant way. It brings us right here due to it skips the loading zone. It pulls us over, which is great. Also, ducks are 70% more likely to solve crimes. Did you know that?
I have had more success when I hired duck detectives over the other kinds of detectives.
Very good. We need to pick up this bag full of dirty gym clothes. Don't worry about it. And we're going to just do a quick inspection here of Mr. Boris, who apparently has bad manners, but is also handsome. And we need to talk to him before I run away. A truly lethal combo. Anyways, we now need to name the last people. This is Margaret Whitlock, this is Rufus Ceteris, and this is Boris Petrovic. And now, Margaret the sheep also works in customer service, Rufus is the janitor, and Boris the buffalo is a bus driver. And now, this is going to give us a new set of puzzles to solve. So, Margaret is planning a surprise birthday party for Sophie. That's what's happening in the kitchen. So, Sophie's birthday is in fact not being forgotten. It's just going to be a surprise one. But we also now know, for reasons that you won't because we skipped all that, Freddy is being framed by the Salami Bandit because Freddy picked up the wrong bag. The bag full of dirty gym clothes we picked up, that's actually Freddy's. And there was an identical bag, as this cutscene will now explain, that was full of salami. And so Salami Bandit is kind of angry because, yeah.
There's another bag that's identical to his.
Anyways, I see the poll is live in chat.
Belong to?
Do be sure to vote. Tell me who you want to see me arrest.
This made him a target. And to get rid of Freddy, the Salami Bandit decided to frame him.
Everyone!
Dun, dun, dun.
All right. Everyone get ready to say surprise. Yell surprise in the chat. Surprise! All right, Sophie's gonna open some prizes here, or presents. That's what I meant. Oh, what's that? Someone gifted her salami. Now the theory here is that they say there in all that dialogue I just skipped through is that they think that it got. They think it got. like the present got stolen and swapped for Salami. That's incorrect. But yes. Anyways, do you also sign all of your letters with Sayonara Edgelord?
I wonder what the
I'd like to think I got past that phase.
Well, our author, letter writer certainly didn't. Anyways, so Sophie got the presents. Laura gave her a plushie. Laura gave her a plushie. Rufus gave her a book, and Boris gave her a necklace. And turns out nothing got stolen. Nothing got stolen. So it's all fine. Anyways, now we can go crack into the computer here. We have the information to do so. Turns out it was a purple-eyed alien. There's a whole story to that. There's a straight-up snippet of an adult novel. It doesn't really say anything. That appears, and that's how you solve the puzzle. It was a wild experience to uncover live. Go read the whole story. It's great. So anyways, this is Margaret's computer. We see a few different things.
Who is this person?
There's a number of things. All right, so now we are going to knock over a trash can on our way outside because we got to go learn some things about the import laws of this place. All right, so customs procedures for passengers coming from the west border. So weapons are forbidden. As are greater than 10 trombones, meat, potatoes, books not in the interest of eastern states, plants, and luggage will be checked at bus stations. Don't ask what potatoes did. They know what they did wrong. All right, so Sophie received a silly letter, that one that was signed Sayonara Edgelords, that contained a scary message. You'll see that message in just a moment. And now, the real crime is that salamis are being illegally imported from Salsicia.
That explains all the mystery of the.
And now, that's the end of Act 2.
Prohibited from entering.
We're gonna now learn all of this lore that we just passed because we skipped through all the dialogue in this game.
The Salami bandit decided to make a business out of buying high-grade salami in the West, smuggling it to the East.
Oh yeah, I mentioned the devs are German. That is relevant for this whole series. There's a lot of playing on some of those East-West tensions.
Sophie received a letter.
They're such beautifully done games. Both this One Secret Salami and the Ghost of Glamping. Seriously, go check this out. Yes, that letter says, be quiet or else. Definitely not threatening.
I had to quit.
Totally normal message to send.
Totally normal. Anyways, we are now in the kitchen questioning everyone, and we tell them that salami is being illegally imported, it's being smuggled into the country, and they all just go, "That's nonsense." And so one by one, they're gonna leave, except for Freddy. Freddy has reasons for not leaving, and we'll see those in just a moment. Yeah, they're all gonna disappear. Sophie has had like a family emergency, so you know she's had to leave, which is a real shame. It's her birthday. Having a family emergency on your birthday, that sucks.
Yeah, you never want to see that.
All right, so we are going to talk to Freddy here briefly, and we're going to tell him that he can help us by just standing right there.
You don't go anywhere, buddy.
Oh boy, so hey chat, I can actually arrest all three. I have not done this in a speedrun ever before, so we're going to see what happens. I know what happens, but
finally, Manfred, is time to.
I know what happens casually. I don't know what happens in a speedrun, so this could be interesting. Anyways, surprise, there's a safe behind this. Come on. So we're gonna open this safe and we're gonna find out what's inside.
Let's see.
So first of all, we find keys. This is gonna unlock the final room of the place for us. There's blackmail happening. There's someone who's afraid of someone snitching. And also there's two letters with different handwriting. That's not suspicious in the slightest. So anyways, we're gonna take the key. And we're going to unstuck to save a few steps. Again, that's tech that was found by, I believe, the Masked Mango for the second game, and we discovered that it could actually be used in the first game as well to an extent. Anyways, this is a real Blue Sky account. If you want to follow Eugene McQuacklin on Blue Sky, you absolutely can. But Freddy's computer, he's a little obsessed with all things detectives and mystery, and also just the Duck Detective in general. Go play the second game and you'll understand why that's kind of funny. Anyways, we're going into this room that says stay out. Because, you know, we have a key. Therefore, we can go in there, right?
I mean, yeah. If you weren't allowed in there, you wouldn't have a key, right?
Exactly. Anyways, now we're going to investigate Rufus's PC. And we're learning that people are selling on eBay vouchers. And as well, there is a live camera feed of the bus in the parking lot. That's weird.
What's up with these?
You know what? I wonder what happened to Sophie. Well, turns out Sophie got kidnapped because Sophie wanted to snitch. Sophie's involved in this crime. So, Rufus was blackmailing Manfred to make him stay quiet about Rufus illegally selling vouchers, and Margaret, who's in love with Rufus, was the one who was providing the vouchers to Rufus. So there's actually another crime happening, but we're not too worried about that one. We are really worried about about the illegal importing of salamis. So anyways, Sophie is at the Bear Bus's office, but she's not on a bus, she's in a bus. You'll understand what that means in a moment. But don't worry, she's fine. She's just been kidnapped. It's okay. So it turns out that Manfred is a Salami Bandit because Manfred and the Salami Bandit's handwriting are identical. Oh, never mind. This is Salami Bandit. I forget that one has to be the opposite. So anyways, he's the Salami Bandit. And the person doing the dirty work is Boris. He's the accomplice because he's the one who could easily handle carrying out the importing of salamis. And you know what? Turns out Sophie's also involved. She's with the other accomplice because she was dating Boris, and then the Salami Bandit is the one who convinced Boris into helping. We're gonna use good old love to manipulate. And so we now get teleported to literally the other side of the map. That's why we do things in that order. See, Sophie was in the bus. She's fine. And now if you are still confused about the story, what's happened, we are going to get one more cutscene recapping everything. For tech, after that cutscene, I will have to select who gets arrested, which I'm just going to arrest all of them, because chat tied everything. And then time will be on the page black.
Manfred, worried about the financial stability of his family, felt himself backed into a corner. This is when he became the Salami Bandit. He made his grand plan of salami smuggling and realized he couldn't do this alone. He recruited Boris, since it would be easiest for the bus driver to load and unload the wares discreetly. The bus would go through a customs check at the Salsiccia bus station first.
I will say, chat, normally when we speedrun, we only arrest Boris. Because it's fastest to just arrest one person. And Boris has the least dialogue.
A huge delay. It wouldn't be easy to talk Boris into crime, so Manfred convinced Sophie to join the team. Boris's obsession with her would make it easy for her to manipulate him into helping with their plan. Everything was going well until the Duck Detective, that's me, infiltrated the office.
Yes, Eugene, we know you're the Duck Detective.
But I'm not fooled by that.
Really? That's who the Duck Detective is?
I never would have guessed that the duck dressed as a detective was the Duck Detective. I never would have guessed it.
Couldn't have this, so he
I thought it was Freddy.
in an outburst
I thought it was Freddy too. I also thought Freddy was the Salami Bandit, but I guess not.
This is what every man.
All right, so Manfred is going to get arrested. Sophie is going to get arrested. And Boris is going to get arrested. And I'm going to mash through this text as fast as I can.
How if we...
And... Oh my goodness, this is literally all of the dialogue. This is incredible. And time.
GG.
So much dialogue. Thank you, chat. I haven't had to mash quite that hard before in a hot minute. Anyways, this final cutscene changes depending on who you choose to arrest. Because we arrested all three of them, they're there, and we got to see all three of them get handcuffed. It's really cool that they have done that. It's very cool. It's very great. Anyways, you can see who most people choose to arrest. I firmly believe that speedrunners have affected Boris's percent.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because when I first played the game, Boris was not that high. So, oops. Sorry, devs. The devs are very lovely. Also, if you drop a duck, we'll always land pointing north. Anyways, I'm going to zoom through these credits so you can see the closing little cutscene, because it's very funny. But yeah, I've been Selkithmind. You can find me on Twitch at twitch.tv/Selkithmind.
Already went home.
You will also see me running this exact run at RPG Limit Break next month on Wednesday morning. This is not an RPG. I know. Don't ask me. Ask Games Committee. They accepted it. So if you want to see more duck shenanigans, but done live at an event in person, come watch that. And then as well, I also run a charity event called Preventathon, and our 7th event is this coming weekend, starting on Thursday. So if you want to come see a wide variety of rage runs, we've got everything from Mario to Kirby to Sonic to indie games you've never heard of before, rhythm stuff, all those things. That's going to be happening starting at noon Eastern on the 30th and going till late night on the Sunday. So would love to see you stop by Preventathon and come support our cause. But yeah, Church, thank you for having me. It's always a pleasure to show this.
Yeah, thank you so much for being here, for showing the run. I love this game. I love this series. You said it earlier. Fantastic games. Everybody should check them out. Absolutely hilarious writing. The gameplay's fun. Everything's fully voice acted. So yeah, it's a good time. You should definitely check it out.
And it's an easy speed run. We have full 80% guides for both Secret Salami and the Ghost of Glamping. There's no RNG. This is a wonderfully easy run for you to get into. As you can see, the estimate, it's a nice bite-sized run. Come join us. We'd love to have more folks in the community. Also, especially if you're a glitch hunter, we'd love to find some glitches. We have some theories. We just need some folks who are a little more glitch hunting brained. But yeah, come join us.
Yeah. And yeah, again, thank you so much for being here. And as a reminder, this was a run that was submitted through our forum. So if you are out there and you want to submit a run, if you want to be on the hotfix, you can do that over at gdq.gg/hotfix. You can submit your games, your runs there, and then, showrunners like me have the ability to see that and, invite you onto the show if we like the run that you're submitting. Yeah, with that said, we don't have anything else for you tonight. We are going to have more shows tomorrow. Just a quick reminder here, Summer Games Done Quick 2026 is going to be live in Minneapolis, Minnesota from July 5th through 11th. You can visit gdq.gg to learn more, register for the event, and we got the schedule coming out on May 1st. And if you did miss anything that we had on the show today, we are going to replay it right after we're done here in just a few seconds here. So you can stay tuned, you can watch that. And then tomorrow we are going to be back here at 7 p.m. Eastern. We've got Hidden Heroes followed by Express Lane at 10 p.m. Hidden Heroes starting at 7 p.m. Eastern. And yeah, thank you again for being here and watching, and hope to see you tomorrow.